Sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart Radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. We are seen everywhere on YouTube. Once again, back in the saddle. Jeremy Green. Glad to have you.
We're back in the saddle.
Glad that we're all
cowboys.
We're all healthy. We're all jazzed up. We're ready to go for NFL free agency. Woo! This is the place to be, at the Sportsocracy on all of the social medias. You can get us everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. And, of course, back on the YouTubes. Welcome into the chat, everybody back. This is my first time speaking to you since we were in Indianapolis. So, hi, gang. We were in Indianapolis. So, and hi, gang. That was going on in my ear, and it was not fun.
It was going on in mine, too.
Yeah.
And you know what's more annoying than your voice the first time?
The second time. That's right. Anyhow, free agency overload. We got trades going on in the NFL. Things are happening everywhere.
We're doing stuff.
So the gist of today is to play matchmaker?
Well, we're going to talk about, who has money, who can come up with money, who can create money. And we've got breaking news.
Oh, well, that would be lovely. There.
Who's going to break the news? Who's going to break the news? Who's going to break the news?
DJ Moore has been traded by the Chicago Bears to the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, so
wait.
Josh Allen finally gets a receiver.
Oh, wait.
Is that the piece they're looking for, though?
Well, I mean, it's better than Malachi Fields, which I heard a lot of times of, hey, you got a receiver that can't separate and a quarterback that's not crazy accurate. So I'm not so sure I love that. But you give me a guy like DJ Moore that can win over the top. I've still got Khalil Shakir. I've still got the two tight ends. I would say Keon Coleman here, but I don't believe he will be seeing his next snap with the Buffalo Bills.
No? You think he's gone? They're going to send him away?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say after the GM went, or after the head coach went, that's Sean McDermott. I don't know. I don't know why we did that. We listened to him one time. We fired him.
No. Joe Brady said that he would be the best thing for Keon Coleman's career. Did he actually mean because I will send him somewhere where they like him?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's so one of those, listen to what I said, not what you think I meant.
Right.
The greatest thing for Keon Coleman's career is to play anywhere else.
I heard I'm really excited to coach Keon Coleman. He was actually saying this is going to be the best thing that ever happens to him because if he stays on this team, I'm going to bury his ass on the bench and he'll never play.
I'm stuck on that Chicago didn't get more for him than they did.
How much did they get?
The only report we've gotten so far, I have not seen an exact, was mid-round draft pick compensation.
So they got a 4.
That seems low. I mean, look, I get it. This is a really good receiver draft. We got a lot of players that could be impact players. But, I mean, a 4 for DJ Moore, and it could be a 3. It could be a 4 and a 5. We just don't know yet.
But they pick up his contract. I guess.
Which Buffalo is just 100% looking at the salary cap going, nope, don't care.
I'm looking at Spot Track, and it says that DJ Moore is a $23 million dead cap hit. So they eat $23 million, sending him to the Bills, but the Bills pick up the rest of the contract, which is not guaranteed. $23 million a year, you just kind of shed that away. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the smart long-term play.
Sure. I guess this is where I'm at with, and everybody thinks that I'm a Caleb Williams hater. I'm just looking at a quarterback that couldn't complete 60% of his passes with DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, Cole Kmet, and Colston Loveland. And now you take away what I think is the best of those 5. Mm-hmm. You take that away, and you think he's going to get gooder. Okay.
Yeah, I don't get it.
For me, it's going to be a no from me, dog. But
Unless you've got bigger plans.
what are the bigger plans?
I have no
So you're
idea.
going to eat the money on DJ Moore and then what? Draft one?
Maybe.
Seems like
They
a bold
have-
strategy to me.
What, they have early 20s pick?
25.
Yeah. So maybe you could use that on.
And their center retired.
Hey, you know what? Go get Mekhi Lemon. Why don't you do that? That'll be fun.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun. Let's have two guys that play specifically out of the slot. The NFL's getting slottier and slottier by the day, and I'm not talking about some of those wearing jerseys
It's Ben
around
Johnson.
the combine.
Ben Johnson likes a slotty receiver.
Look,
Of course, I don't
I'm very pro slot. I mean, anybody that knows me all the way back to high school will tell you that guy right there is a big fan of slots.
Yeah.
And I almost said something evil right there, and I didn't do it, and I'm proud of myself.
Looking at it from the Buffalo Bills side, I mean, this is the play.
For sure.
You're making the play to win it all.
This gives you a legit number one, which you have not had in a long time. And so, and it's one that can win with separation as opposed to win at the point of the catch. I've laughed at how many times it seems like people struggle to understand that it's a specific kind of receiver that goes with a specific kind of quarterback. And I think DJ Moore is one of the better fits with Josh Allen. Now, the question will be, how does he fare in one of those Buffalo winters where it's 4 degrees and there's 42 inches of snow on the ground? He did fine in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that cold weather is really going to bother him all that much. I mean, he played college at Maryland, and I know it doesn't get 6 foot of snow up in Maryland often, but he's got plenty of experience.
Well, I mean, and Joe Brady knows exactly what he's getting because DJ was with Carolina for the 2 years Joe Brady was there.
Right.
I think it's let's play a fun game of grade the trade. For me, it's an A for Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really care what the first question I asked, Megan told me the breaking news. She said that DJ Moore traded the Bills. I went, did they get a 1 for him? No. A.
Yeah.
You tell me it's any other pick they have. I don't care.
Yeah.
Especially after what I saw Trent McDuffie go for yesterday. By the way.
Called it.
I did laugh. You weren't at the combine the year that we met this guy, but Derek Brown from Fantasy Pros, he tweeted out, "Thanks for ruining everybody's post-combine mock draft," and I just took a screenshot of mine and went, "Not mine," because I already had that, Bubba.
Yeah, that was some foresight.
First of all, I think a toddler could have figured out that was coming. Then I had the 4th member of either the Chiefs or the Rams go, "Yeah, we're talking about Trent McDuffie." Oh, okay. And I don't think 2 of you talk all that often, so I would say there's probably something to this.
Right. You throw DJ Moore in Buffalo, it immediately elevates everybody on the roster.
Well, I mean, I think it makes it easier for the tight ends because you have somebody that can take the top off, and I think it makes it easier for Khalil Shakir. I don't think they're done.
Is he worth $24 million?
Yes.
Absolutely.
In a market where Alec Pierce is going to get 25, yes, I will give DJ Moore 24, and I'll do it with a smile on my face.
No doubt about it. So now my question is on the Chicago Bears side, what's your grade for them?
This is a C-, I think, at best.
Okay. I mean,
because I know what you're
saved
getting
the
ready
money.
to do. Because I know what you're getting ready to do. I'm looking at Chicago right now, and today is our free agency spectacular. I'm looking at the Bears going, I already had you in on Trey Hendrickson.
Mm-hmm.
I already had you in on Tyler Linderbaum. Now I think you're in on both of them.
Yep.
And that's fine. Your biggest commitment on this team is to Caleb Williams, and you just took away one of the best targets on this team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you're out of targets. That's not it. You needed all 3 of those guys, plus the 2 tight ends, plus 2 running backs that played way over their skis, to get you within a shot of the NFC Championship game. I'm looking at the NFC going, the Rams are all in. Trent McDuffie tells me they are all in.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle is all in. There are a handful of other teams in that conference that are all in. And the one big detriment that I have is that you have a quarterback that I feel like he needs every bullet in the gun, and you just took one out.
Don't forget you can weigh in on the issues as well. Just hop on over to the YouTube stream, and that's the way to get connected with us. Taden says, am I crazy for not thinking that DJ Moore is a true number 1 wide receiver? They could have re-signed Diggs for that.
Well, I don't. Buffalo didn't want Stephon Diggs back. That ship sailed a long time ago. Because that's a personality problem. Yeah. Are you wrong for that? No. I think DJ Moore is. DJ Moore somehow is both the most underrated and overrated wide receiver that I think I've ever seen. Because the people that love him too much, and the people that hate him too much.
Okay.
No, it seems to me like nobody has him where he belongs, which is he's about the 20th receiver in the NFL.
Yes.
Like, would I take Terry McLaurin over him? Absolutely. Would I take Jawan Jennings over him? Oh, good God, no. Would I take Alec Pierce over him? Oh, good God, no. Well, those two are about to get paid in a facsimile of what he's going to get paid because they're the ones that are on the market now.
Right.
When it comes to purchasing, free agent contracts on the open market, it's a lot like shopping at any store in the airport that doesn't say duty free.
I think it depends on your definition of quote unquote true number one. What is that line? Do you have to be top 15 in the league to be true number one? It's in the eye of the beholder. See, in my opinion, I would say, yeah. I mean, to me, it's crazy not to think that DJ Moore is a number one wide receiver in this league.
He said true number one.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on where that line is for you. As just a number one wide receiver, absolutely all day long, I would take this on practically any team as my one.
You know what my line for a true one is?
What's that?
Can you beat the 11th to 20th best corner in the league routinely? Because those top guys, they mess with everybody.
I think DJ's right in that ballpark.
I agree. I think he may be the line. He might be the last one. But you compare him to, just look at what Josh Allen's had over his career. Fact or fiction, the only weapon that he's ever had that's anywhere close to this is Stephon Diggs. And DJ's still young.
Yep. Bill Workman says Moore is no doubt a top 25 wide receiver in the league, but some teams have two of the top 25 on them.
See,
and
Bengals, Cincinnati.
Right.
We have our first super chat of the day. It's from Civil War Armchair. Please tell me you have seen what I'm talking about.
I have seen the picture. I didn't click on the story.
He sent a message that was absolutely hilarious of him as Civil War Armchair, in the vein of Civil War Andrew Luck, talking about how the affliction has descended upon my house.
Oh, no. Did he get sick too?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The only one that didn't was Mike. I think Army Mike's just built different. And anybody,
well, I mean, he has served, so
for
he's
sure
been in places that we haven't.
I mean, and people have seen things on him that they haven't seen on the rest of us. If you know, you know. Yeah. The question was, does this change the A.J. Brown market again? I think this makes it less likely that A.J. Brown gets traded. Because if DJ Moore's fetching a 3 or a 4, A.J. Brown's not getting a 1 and a 3. He's just not. But you can't tell me that Chicago didn't make it well known that DJ Moore was available. I had heard this. I didn't really. It was one of those, do I believe you? Not really, around the combine. And then you start hearing the compensation. You hear what Howie Roseman wants for A.J. Brown. No, I don't think anybody's giving him that. I think they're going to have to find a way to kiss and make up.
Shoo. That's hard to do. That is real hard to do. Because if DJ Moore is worth a 4 or mid-round compensation, so let's call it a 3, right? Top level, it could be a 3. That's going to be a low 3 from the Buffalo Bills.
Yes.
Right? I mean, that's going to be damn near a 4th rounder.
I mean, and we still haven't even actually seen what it is. It could be a 4th rounder.
So
it could be a 5th rounder.
In my head, AJ would be a 2.
And they're just not coming off of him for that.
No.
I mean, everything I've heard is the price has been ludicrous to anybody that's called. So I don't think this pushed their price down.
Is there anybody desperate enough to make that move?
To get that player? I don't think so. I mean, look, I told you that the back end of this draft is not seen highly. You know, the back end of the first round. That should tell the Trent McDuffie deal to me kind of set the market on that. They had to include a 3rd rounder next year, which is equivalent to a 4th rounder this year. That's in a normal year. This year, as good as next year's class is, a 3 is a true 3.
Right.
And they had 2 more later round picks. That's just to get Trent McDuffie, who I love. I think he's one of the best corners in the league. Inside, outside capabilities. But then you look at receiver, and this is a class that is deep at receiver. I think Philadelphia would like to move him. I think several teams would like to have him. The problem is that you're not going to be able to agree on the compensation.
Right. Well, it's wide receivers are dime a dozen. In the end, it all comes back to that. It's not a slide on A.J. Brown. It's not a slide on DJ Moore. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just, when teams get to this point and you look at the difference between the ability, the availability of a number one corner in this league as opposed to a number one wide receiver in this league, you have way fewer corners to choose from.
We have 4.
I think it's kind of it's just kind of settling on me that the draft compensation difference here between Trent McDuffie and DJ Moore is more vast than I thought it would be.
It's significant. I mean, because you got to understand, and I think it was Bill Barnwell that said this. It was one of the writers for ESPN, and I apologize, I don't remember which one. They said, look, the Rams gave up this much compensation for 1 year of Trent McDuffie and the right to pay him as one of the highest paid corners in the league. DJ Moore's already there. Like, he's already paid. I don't have to deal with it. How long's he signed for? I know you just
3 more years.
He's locked up for 3 years. Mm-hmm. So you gave up that much less, and the contract's already done below market value because the wide receiver market's about to get gross.
DJ Moore will be a free agent by the contract in 2030. I mean, he will be 33 years old by then.
Oh, is he that?
Yeah, he is. This is his 29 year.
Yeah, and I guess that makes sense because wide receivers do tend to dovetail around 30, 31.
Right. So you do have to pay the money to what could be an ailing 31, 32-year-old
You're
DJ
paying
Moore.
for 1 bad year for 2 what you think will be good years.
Possibly.
That's mentally where Buffalo was at.
Yeah. I don't feel like this is a risk for the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, it's certainly
wah.
It's certainly a risk, but it's a risk I'm willing to take.
100%.
It's like brandy with an eye. It's a risk I'm willing to take because the payoff could be so much fun.
No doubt about it. You could possibly get that elusive Super Bowl ring if things come together there with the new leadership in Buffalo. Josh Allen finally got him a new toy. DJ Moore going to the Buffalo Bills. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. We'll be back right after this.
All across the Tar Heel state.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup, layup, Kellen in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow 3, nothing but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champion.
Drives and hammers it home.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio from the pursuit of gold.
Jack Hughes wins it! The golden goal for the United States!
To the bracket busting in March.
I thought it was spectacular.
From the first pitch in spring training.
Ohtani tees off!
To the dreams of the NFL Draft.
With the first pick.
You're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local station. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Seems really questionable.
We all have questions.
You just always have to question. You can't go on blind faith.
And it's okay to ask questions.
I question the direction that our country's heading in.
Because the world's changed.
I'm a little questionable on some of the more socialist side of things he has.
And so has the answers.
So why wouldn't I ask questions?
Questions.
About everything.
And answers.
My question there.
Better question would be, do I trust any of them?
News Radio 570, WWNC.
The road to college basketball playoffs runs straight through Asheville. Join the excitement at the 2026 Ingles Southern Conference Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. March 5th through 9th at Harrah's Cherokee Center, Asheville. Bring the whole family for the Downtown Dribble, where kids can bounce their way through the heart of Asheville. Getting there is easier than ever with the free Ingles trolley rides from designated parking areas to and from the arena all tournament long. For tickets, brackets, and event details, visit SoConHoops.com.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Take all this, burn it, okay? Gasoline, kerosene, either one. Burn it.
Back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. NFL free agency is upon us.
It's almost there.
Well,
the legal tampering period starts Saturday.
Is it Saturday or I thought I read Monday.
The league year starts Monday. Legal tampering starts on...
No.
Oh, wait a minute. It may be that legal tampering starts Monday.
Yeah, because the league year starts like Thursday, I think.
That's right. Legal tampering starts Monday.
Yeah.
And then the league year starts on Wednesday. Because the league year starts on the 11th.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Wednesday the 11th. There you go. we'll figure it out.
That does make me feel better because that means I don't have to work nearly as hard this weekend as I thought I did.
You got to always keep that ear to the grindstone, though. You got to be sure to keep an ear out for all of the wild rumors.
Put my ear to the ground.
Yeah, that's it. Listen for the hoof beats,
for the hooves,
if you will. The Stephon Diggs move, we didn't really get into that
because I don't care.
I mean,
in all honesty, I don't. Why would anybody be up in arms about that? I mean, the guy may not be eligible to play by the time the year starts because he's accused of some pretty bad stuff. And I mean, does that change how you feel about New England? Because you know what that tells me? That there's another DJ Moore out there that they feel pretty confident they're going to go get.
Right.
I mean, Stephon Diggs was good last year. 1,000 yards. He had 4 touchdowns. I don't think at this point. I think he's more name than he is substance. And he can beat certain defenses. I think he had a nice rapport with Drake May. But there comes a time where you look at a receiver like that and go, the juice is not worth the squeeze.
Right.
And if I'm New England, I'm looking at a Mekhi Lemon that's falling, mainly because he showed up at the combine. Like, you ever do a combine interview on weed, man? It's awesome. You should do it every time.
Yeah, and then I heard Todd McShay talking about how he bombed every interview he went into.
I heard something. I can't confirm them.
Yeah.
I heard an answer he gave to a question. I'll tell it to you off air. I'm not, because I'm certainly not saying
Oh, sure. Yeah.
If he actually said that, I would not draft him if there were 40 rounds in this class. And the answer's not even that bad.
Right.
It's just
like, how did you think that was appropriate in this setting, kind of thing?
It's the best way I can explain it is, do you remember when Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie were dating? And we're all looking at Billy Bob going, "Good for you, bro." And then he steps out of the car at the Oscars and says, "We, falafeled in the car on the way here." And it's like, we all already knew that, but you should not say it. That's not a thing you should have said out loud right there.
I don't know. It's just it was one of those things. He, from first sight, like he just I was like, nope, not on my team.
I was just stuck.
I'm gonna let the Falcons do that.
I thought I was trying to figure out who had perturbed him in the front row because he was looking at him like,
I know he had
mess you up.
He had the death stare. I sent the video of him to my son. And I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word. And he responded with, that dude's got that Dexter stare. And I went, okay, so I'm not the only one that sees it.
No, you were certainly not the only one.
My wife watches a lot of serial killer dramas, and I've seen that mugshot before, and just the thought that I would dump a first-round pick on something that could end up hurting me, I'm out. I'll let somebody else make that mistake in the first round. I hope he is great. I hope he doesn't have any problems in his career. I just would not put my money where my mouth is on that one.
Sorry, How High's not a top 20 pick for me.
Yeah.
Apologies. He's just not.
Yeah. But could be a pick for the Bears at 25.
Sure. Sure.
Or the Cleveland Browns at 24.
Well, hell, Chicago, I don't think they prosecute any kind of crime. So smoke them if you got them. Let's go.
All right.
Although Indiana.
And maybe send him to Denver.
Although Indiana, they get to Indiana, it's a little different. They got a state trooper on every exit. Ask me how I know.
So Diggs last one season in New England. Now, New England, that becomes the interesting talking point of where do they go? Who is that guy that they may be targeting somewhere?
For which one?
Would New England be in on like bringing in Alec Pierce?
I don't think so. I would be very shocked if they were. I mean, just because you're going to overpay him by so much.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing I can't get over with Alec Pierce. Look, just because you have that one by your free agency ranking, it doesn't necessarily mean you should get top of the league money.
Oh no,
and I'm not getting it. Like the quarterback thing with Malik Willis, the wide receiver thing with Antonio.
Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce, excuse me, not Antonio Pierce.
Odafe,
that's a completely different. Yeah, like these dudes are good players.
Rasheed Walker.
They're just not top of the league money guys. And I don't know why teams have to continually do this to themselves. Because it's going to be the dumb ones that go out and get these guys.
Oh, absolutely. The way I equated it, I was doing another show over the weekend, and I said shopping in NFL free agency is a lot like buying things at the airport.
Yeah.
So that same Monster Energy drink that you pay $2.50 for outside the gates, it's $5.79 in here.
Yeah.
You can go to duty free, and duty free just means, hey, you can take this on a plane for the same price you could buy it wherever you're going.
Mm-hmm.
I do see people shop at the duty free shop. First of all, I sing the song every time I see it.
What is
from Seinfeld?
No.
I like to stop at the duty free shop. I like to stop at the duty free shop. You know what duty is? Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Bupkis.
But you don't have to pay tax on it, right? Isn't that the duty free thing?
I saw a bottle of Fireball.
I can buy this $70 bottle of liquor and just pay $70 for it.
Sweet. Saved you a whole $4. And now you got to carry it in your carry-on through the airport. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, you got Amarillo Slim sitting back here behind you that's going to talk your ear off and probably knock your bag over.
I got super close to buying one of those like giant Crown Royal bottles that comes like waist high. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
I got so close. Like I was standing there counting the dollars going, I think I have enough.
I
will not have enough to eat for the rest of the week, but Mr. Crown can take me places. And I can take it places. I'd wheel it around in a radio flyer wagon. Take it with me everywhere I go. He'd be my best friend.
My best good friend.
Oh, goodness. Anyhow.
Great North Sports said, oh, my God, Tank's counting his pennies for a Rocker or Royal.
100%. I was.
Matt, great point. You don't need calories because alcohol is calories too.
There you go. And it's,
Jeremy on the road is the living proof of that you can indeed live off Monster Energy drinks and Fireball.
We'll take a quick break here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. We'll start playing Matchmaker after we get just a bit outside.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
The dry, mild weather continues this morning. Again, there may be some low cloud or fog in the usually suspect spots. Other than that, clouds, some sunshine. Sun and clouds this afternoon, very warm, 77. Tonight, a few clouds, 52. Maybe a shower, possibly a late-day thunderstorm tomorrow. That sounds like springtime. 78, the chance of showers and thunderstorms over the weekend. Best chance Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic.
This report sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at Odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Every year, International Women's Day falls on March 8th, and iHeartRadio is proud to celebrate the women who shape music, drive change, and influence culture. Find playlists, podcasts, and of course, Women's History Month radio. Open the free iHeart app, search Women's History Month, and listen now.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
It's the moment you dream of. The moment you work for. Train for. Run wind sprints when nobody's watching for. The moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time all culminate into this time. The moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
We are back in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville, and I am trying to figure out how Myles Garrett did not go to the University of Georgia.
I'm starting to wonder that myself because he lives by that Sammy Hagar philosophy of I can't drive 55.
I can't even drive 70.
Can't drive 75 either.
Can't do it. Can't do it. He got clocked and doing 94 miles per hour in a 70 mile per hour zone on the interstate in Northeast Ohio last month. It is now his 9th speeding ticket since he got into the league. And look, we all know Ohio, like they let a lot of stuff slide up there. You got to aggressively be speeding for them to pull you over. And Myles Garrett just doesn't, he does everything 90 miles an hour. Literally.
Literally.
That was all I got.
My story is a perfect combination of art, culture, and at the NFL draft nerd Jeremy Green.
Okay.
My birthday is March 16th.
Yes.
It's merely 11 days away.
Mm-hmm.
The Atlanta Hawks have come up with a way to commemorate the festivities and elicit the only way that I would ever step foot in their arena on my birthday.
They're having a Flostradamus night.
No, but kind of.
Okay.
They didn't call it that, but it's pretty close. They have decided to feature one of the great cultural icons of their city. Tank, what could I possibly be talking about?
Lil Jon.
That was not a bad answer. It's way better than what I thought you were going to say.
Okay.
What's in Atlanta that you know for sure I have visited multiple times?
The Varsity.
No, but you're getting closer. Think about where has really good chicken wings.
Chick-fil-A?
No.
Oh, Magic City.
Bingo!
No, they're not.
They're having a Magic City night in Atlanta on Monday.
No.
For those of you that don't know, Magic City is a gentleman's club around the Atlanta area, and they are having a Magic City night to feature the art and culture that is several former Hawks, Al Horford and Luke Cornett, are pleading with the Hawks. Please cancel this because it's so bad for the self-esteem of women. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? You know, first of all, there's nobody more inclined to explain the self-esteem of women than a middle-aged white guy. Just throwing that out there. It's Luke Cornett. I don't know that we really asked for your opinion, but now that we have it, thank you. And then someone has come to my defense that I did not expect. That would be one, Draymond Green, who said, and I quote, "I don't know if you've ever been, but if you see it in action, it's actually a form of art that some choose to indulge in and some choose not to indulge in." Cardi B's selling stadiums out, and her background would be that. I don't think Cardi B has self-esteem issues. So I think that's actually a negative vantage point on these women that they're in this line of work. And because they choose this line of work, they have esteem issues. And you know what I say, Draymond Green? Thank you. Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud. Some just want to show their form of art in this way. And I think we should laud them and applaud them, not whatever that was that Luke Cornett did.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is a bad idea.
I think it's a great idea.
It's a terrible idea.
I'm frankly thinking of going to Atlanta for my birthday, and there's no better way to spend it than Magic City night and then close it out at the actual place.
I mean, okay. I mean, you just don't want to break that stereotype. You're just leaning right into that mother. Just
me?
No, I'm talking about Atlanta.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
Between that and the state congressman or whatever, the state assemblyman, whatever they call him down there, that has now put forth the bill to make the lemon pepper wing the official wing flavor of the state of Georgia. Like, we all know what you did. We know where you hang out.
So,
and it doesn't hurt, I guess, the fact that he looks like he's 20 years old.
Tank, let me ask you a question. Have you been to a Hawks game recently?
No.
Yeah, neither has anybody else. So I do believe that this is a pretty good idea.
I mean, this is just basketball coming true.
Give the people what they want. Give them what they want.
And next thing you have Bob Costas going, that girl was just in grade school 5 years ago. Good night. I never thought I'd see it. In fact, I thought L.A. would probably be the first one.
Oh, I mean, I feel like somebody listening to us now is going, Sodom and Gomorrah, and Jeremy's going, I like it.
Jeremy's giving it the old stamp of approval.
Look, if you're the NBA, you need to get people in any way you can.
Okay.
If that means you let them call a couple plays, maybe shoot a couple threes. You do whatever you need to, because I've seen a couple Hawk games recently that we'll say the attendance was scarce.
And now I'm just waiting for the WNBA's version of this one. They're
nope. At Sportsocracy ESPN, I ain't touching that one with a 10-foot pole. That's your hill.
If it works, it works. Yeah. Anyway, free agency matchmaker time. Jeremy, you've got your list of the top 30 free agents over there.
I do.
And so we're going to hash this out.
And I'm not going to lie to you. The top list of free agents is it's a little gross. It's a little gross.
Yeah, it is.
So we're going to sound all of these out. We'll start at the top. Your best free agent on the board is who?
Trey Hendrickson.
He's not my one.
Okay.
But he's my one that I think actually moves teams.
Is Tyler Linderbaum your one?
Tyler Linderbaum is my one.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll talk about him. We'll talk about him next.
Okay.
What do you think a contract for Trey Hendrickson looks like?
Oh, I would say.
I mean, this is his age 31 season.
I would say 2 at 66. Is that low?
If he gets that much money, there's a GM in this world that needs to be interrogated for doing crimes.
He's not getting $30 million?
If he gets $33 million, somewhere I had him at 2 and 50.
Wow.
He's coming off a year where A, he was not good.
Okay.
B, he was hurt. 2 for 50, and I thought I was being generous.
Okay.
PFF had it at 1 for, I think he was at 1 for 25.
Wow.
And I won't be shocked if that's the deal he gets.
30 range.
I don't. Not even in the least.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, if we're talking about paying Malik Willis $30 million.
Well, that's quarterback.
I'll pay $30 million to an edge rusher.
That's quarterback. Quarterback's a little different. And if you want to see Malik Willis as one thing, so $33 million would make Trey Hendrickson the only edge rushers ahead of him in salary would be Nick Bosa, Max Crosby, Danielle Hunter, Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Aiden Hutchinson, and Micah Parsons.
Correct.
Gross. Because that means he's ahead of Josh Hines-Allen, Brian Burns, Nick Benito, Montez Sweat, Rashawn Gary, Andrew Van Ginkel. Yep, that's probably where I stop because I think every one of them is better than him.
Okay.
He, for me, is a hired mercenary, 1 year. It's really a 1 year deal with the chance to get out after one if he can't stay healthy. Now, the question is who's going to pay it to him? And for me, there's only 3 teams here. There's one that I would say is 90% chance he goes here because he's played for your defensive coordinator. You have the money and you have the need, and he fits your scheme. Then there's 2 others that I don't love the scheme fit as much, but one needs another domino to fall. The other one needs a pass rusher really, really bad. The Bears are my one, not even kind of close.
Okay.
He played for Dennis Allen in New Orleans. I think he was very comfortable with Dennis Allen in New Orleans. And he really fits on the opposite side of Montez Sweat.
Okay.
If you tell me Tyler Linderbaum goes back to Baltimore, I'll almost promise you Trey Hendrickson ends up with Chicago Bears. Because I don't see any way around it. Do you have a fit for him that's better than that?
I do not.
The other 2 teams I was referencing were the Washington Commanders, where I don't know exactly what that scheme's going to look like. I just have a really good feeling it's going to be something that I don't like how he fits in. For Washington, I would be looking more at the Odafe Owehs or the Jalen Phillips, guys that I know can stand up and are very multiple. To me, Trey Hendrickson at this point is a hand-down 4-man front edge. It's where he fits. And with Chicago, he opens them up to take the defensive tackle they want at 25. Now with the DJ Moore trade, by the way, we do have the actual compensation. The Bears get the Bills' 2nd-round pick. The Bills get DJ Moore and Chicago's 5.
Okay.
That is more in line with what I thought this would be. When Rap Sheet and Schefter put this out, it was mid-round compensation. So for me, mid-round compensation would be, the 3 rounds in the middle, 3, 4, or 5.
Well, it is Buffalo, so the 2 is going to be late.
For sure.
So
Well,
it'll be close.
Sure.
It'll be close to mid-round compensation. Plus, when you throw in the 5, then that knocks that back a little bit.
A little bit. Not a ton.
The value is just about
not a ton, but it sets it about
right. But I'm saying the value is around a 3 when all is said and done.
We have a super chat to get to.
Okay.
Show me the money, show me the money.
Red Sea said, I have no idea who the Hawks are in the NBA, but now I am a fan. That was kind of my point. You want to bring in a non-NBA watching audience? That's the way to do it.
Just bring strippers to the ball game.
You got a better idea?
It's a different world.
Because you know what's not bringing them in? The product.
That is very true.
3 things in this world sell. One of them's not legal for you to hand out. So,
I was going to say the one thing does kind of help, though, and that would be winning. You could try that for a little while.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
But, what do I know? I'm a Hornets fan. Although that's getting harder and harder.
Best team in the NBA, Charlotte Hornets?
That's getting harder and harder to say. The fact that the Hornets have won 21 games since the beginning of this calendar year, and they didn't win 21 games all of last season. It's a bit of a different time to be a Hornets fan.
For sure.
We're trying to warm back up to you.
We have another comment in the chat that said, Jeremy, so you think Baltimore is either going to pay Linderbaum or make a move for Trey Hendrickson? No. I think Chicago is the team that has the so Tyler Linderbaum is my number one free agent on the market.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact, because I had two of the brain trust look me in the eye and tell me this, that they've offered Tyler Linderbaum a record-setting center contract. He has not accepted it yet. You know what that tells me? It's one of two things. Either he thinks he can get more money on the open market, or he thinks he can get more money out of Baltimore. I don't know which one it is, and I don't really care. But we're to this point of Baltimore's on the clock of you've got 4 more days before somebody else can come in here and do something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago's the one I keep looking at, and I think, doing my soft West Virginia math, I don't think they can sign them both. So if they strike out on Linderbaum or Linderbaum goes back to Baltimore, I think they would be looking more in that second tier of center, or trying to draft one, because this is a good draft for centers.
Mm-hmm.
The Drew Dahlman thing really screwed up Chicago because they get some of that money back, but not all of it. I struggle to believe they're going to give big money to a center 2 years in a row and then give top of the market money to an edge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would do both. That really has nothing to do with Baltimore. I will say this, though. If they let Linderbaum hit the open market, I don't know how high that deal can get.
Well, your other choices at center on the free agency market are Cade Mays,
who I like a lot, and he's going to get some bills.
But he's not that guy.
No, but what do you get? See, this is where you have to get cute with free agency dollars. Do you get, by percentage, the level of play out of Cade Mays at $8 to $10 million that you get out of Tyler Linderbaum at 22 to 24? Because that's how high I think this can go.
Absolutely.
I mean, that would make him $24 million. He's making $5 million more than any center in the league. He's not that much better than all the rest of them. Like, I mean, for right now, if you tell me I can have Creed Humphrey or Tyler Linderbaum, I'll take Creed Humphrey. It's close.
Mm-hmm.
But if one of them's making $5 million more, that makes him way less of a value.
Right. Connor McGovern is the other one, who's not a terrible player.
Not at all.
But to me, the drop-off is massive from that. So if you're looking for the home run, I mean, I feel like it's worth paying up.
Linderbaum's a level of player that very rarely hits the open market.
I don't see how DaCosta lets it happen.
I don't see how they didn't tag him. To be really honest with you, I don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
These kind of guys do not hit the open market because when they do, they get overpaid every single time. Because you don't get all pro level players at 26 years old that are sitting on the open market.
Which that's not a dumb franchise. We know that's one of the smartest franchises, and Eric DaCosta is one of the smartest GMs in this league. I cannot imagine that if he didn't use the franchise tag, then he knows that he can get the deal done. You'd have to. You would have to think he'd already solved that in his head. Is this a Linderbaum flipped on him and didn't accept the deal that they had preliminarily talked about?
Well, I mean, this is also one of those times you got to look at the agent.
Mm-hmm.
The agent's out there working the room.
Right.
And trust me, I saw about 20 agents at the combine. They're really easy to point out. They're usually the one that has way too much product in their hair, wearing a suit that's way out of line for the room, and they never put their cell phone down. I think Linderbaum's agent has got a confirmation from one of these teams of we will do something insane. I believe Linderbaum returns to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't, I think it's a 2-horse race between the New York Giants to go play for John Harbaugh again and the Chicago Bears, because that opened up later.
Mm-hmm. And see, this is where it gets fun for me. Because after the top two, I have no idea where your list goes now. I had a pretty good beat that it was going to be either Tyler Linderbaum or Trey Hendrickson.
Well, my list gets very different from everybody else's. We've got a handful of questions in the chat that I do want to get to.
Okay.
We'll start with Steven, who asked me, do I think the Lions sign a veteran center in free agency? If yes, who? And he said, thanks, buddy. It's always nice when people say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's, it's just courtesy. Courtesy's nice. I like that. especially when we have people like Tony that tell me to, dig a hole and bury myself in it. Stephen, my answer to that would be I think the Lions are going to look for a value guy that kind of fits what they do, because I do think that the Lions are going to go hard in the paint on the offensive line. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like. I've heard Spencer Fano with them so many times that I think there has to be some form of smoke there. That makes me think they would probably go the cheaper veteran route at center. That would take me to somebody like, for them, it would take me to somebody like maybe Cade Mays, because I think he does fit what they do. Ryan Bates, possibly, or Connor McGovern. McGovern's the one I look at and go, you strike me as a Detroit Lion. Mm-hmm. And he's bounced around the league. I think that's kind of the area you're looking at. Another rumor with centers that just needs to be Tyler Biadasz is the fallback for the Bears. Yeah. If Linderbaum doesn't come to Chicago, it's probably Tyler Biadasz.
Yeah.
Then we have another one. It's from JIY. It said, Jeremy, why are you so adamant about David Bailey at 2? You think he's a 10-sack guy? I absolutely do. I think David Bailey can be one of the premier edge rushers in this league. Is it the high ceiling? Curious why you want him over the field. I agree he's a beast, but I want your reasons. I trust your scouting. My thing with Bailey is I know what he is. Very rarely do I get guys in the NFL draft that I look at them when I see them up close and personal and go, yep, everything I see in front of me stands to the tape. And David Bailey, I literally stood closer to him than I'm standing to Tank right now. He is a gigantic human that moves in a way that most people that size can't move. I'm looking at him next to Tavondre Sweat going, I completely understand how we deploy that guy. The reason that I like him so much more than Arvell Reese is that I think Arvell Reese is more of a projection, because everybody wants to talk about his knockback power, and he does have that. If you watch all of his tape, I maybe saw that 10 times in a season. I saw it out of David Bailey over and over and over and over again. If there were no maturity issues with Bailey, this would be the easiest decision in the world. Because it's almost like the Peter Griffin thing of, well, we could take the boat or we could take the mystery box, which could be anything. It could even be a boat. Mm-hmm. Just take the damn boat. David Bailey's the boat. Am I telling you he's going to be better than Arvell Reese? No. But with the Jets, I can't miss. I cannot go Vernon Golston again. I cannot do it. You got 5 picks here to flip a franchise. 5 first-round picks in 2 years. I got to hit on every one of them. Mm-hmm. I don't think, short of maturity, there's any miss in David Bailey. There is miss in Arvell Reese, even though the ceiling's higher.
Yeah.
And we had one more that was it had my name on it. It was there. I know I saw it. Nope, maybe not.
Joshua Penix asked, is it possible that Linderbaum just wants to follow Harbaugh?
That is possible, yes. That is 100% possible. I mean, look, because a lot of guys, and this is the reason that you constantly attach players in free agency to guys that they played for. I know how I fit there. I think that's probably the most undervalued thing in free agency is that these guys hit free agency, and yes, they want the money, but they also want the money. So let's see. I'm trying to think of a guy that I just saw one get cut that was a Javon Hargrave from Minnesota. So he got the guaranteed money, but he didn't get any of the rest of it because all the ancillary money was pushed to the end. So, yeah, he signs that big deal in Minnesota. He gets that 1-year payoff, but how much money did he cost himself because he went to a place that didn't value him? And he was fine. Mm-hmm. I want to keep getting the money. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be back out on the market at 31 years old like Trey Hendrickson.
I want you to handle this one. Halsey says, so no argument to be made for Simpson at 2?
No. Let me put it this way. If the New York Jets take Ty Simpson at 2, I may even carry a 10 of Crisco into the draft just for this. I will strip off all of my clothes. I will cover myself in Crisco, and I will make security catch me because I am going to say things that are horrible. And then I may fly to New Jersey just to grab Darren Mushi by the head and go, what are you doing?
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
The dry, mild weather continues this morning. Again, there may be some low cloud or fog in the usually suspect spots. Other than that, clouds, some sunshine. Sun and clouds this afternoon, very warm, 77. Tonight, a few clouds, 52. Maybe a shower, possibly a late-day thunderstorm tomorrow. That sounds like springtime. 78, the chance of showers and thunderstorms over the weekend. Best chance Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by WeatherBud.
Risk, determine when to get tested, and discuss screening options and next steps. That's relaxitsabloodtest.com. Sponsored by Novartis.
Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate is not like other real estate companies. They're built differently. As the #1 family-owned real estate company in the U.S., proven expertise and personalized service delivers results. Let them show you how at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks.
This is the biggest night in podcasting.
The countdown is on to our 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards. Live from South by Southwest, March 16th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The road to the college basketball playoffs start in Asheville. Catch the Ingles Southern Conference men's and women's basketball championships March 5th through the 9th at Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville. See some of the nation's best conference tournament action. Then explore a city packed with locally owned restaurants, incredible breweries, live music, and non-stop excitement. Experience it all during the 2026 Ingles Southern Conference Basketball Championship. For tickets, brackets, and event details, visit SoConHoops.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it, babe!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingles studio.
We are back at the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app, and we are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. join us in the chat. It is a free agency Thursday here in the Sportsocracy.
I do have to follow up on something I didn't realize. See, my clock is the way my desk is set up. Usually I have a clock on this computer right here, but that clock is currently not working. So I don't know when we have to go bye-byes. Halsey asked a follow-up on the Ty Simpson thing. Where does he become too good of a value for the Jets to pass up? The fourth round.
The fourth round.
Because here's the thing. Why would I take a guy? First of all, I'm 95% sure Kyler Murray is going to be the starting quarterback of the New York Jets in 2026. Ask yourself this question. If I'm Kyler Murray, which one do I want to go to? The one that I have to deal with J.J. McCarthy or the one I have to deal with no one? And Frank Reich runs a system that is perfect for him. That's where I can go rehab my career.
He's got a number one
Kevin O'Connell might be the quarterback whisperer. I don't know that I can beat that kid out because Kevin O'Connell still had a role in that. I keep hearing Minnesota with Kyler Murray. It makes no sense to me whatsoever, unless they're just going to jettison McCarthy. Then it makes all the sense in the world.
Right.
I think they're going to have Kyler Murray for a year, maybe 2-year deal with a second-year option. Kyler Murray's playing for the minimum this year. The Jets have all kinds of money to build this roster up. That's where I think their quarterback situation is going to be. Why would I throw a rookie into that? When we're going into a draft that has so many prospects, there are legit 11 guys in next year's class that would have clearly been the 2 this year. I don't need to do that. Now, if I'm Pittsburgh and Aaron Rodgers pulls the rug out from underneath me, I'm going to take Ty Simpson long before you would. I think Garrett Nussmeier will be taken long before the Jets would take him because they're seeing this as a bridge. So if it's a bridge quarterback to that year next year where I got 3 first-round picks, I'm not investing anything that I can't just wipe my hands of quick.
Exactly.
So that's why Ty Simpson just makes no sense.
Fourth-round pick at best in the case of the Jets. Nothing else really makes sense.
We have a super chat to this same topic.
Cause it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money.
From Red Sea, who said Kyler grew up a Vikings fan. Plus, you have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison inciting this. It's all well and good. They're not the ones that are signing the check here. I don't know, especially a team with no GM that's coming off a really bad dealing with a quarterback.
You can't screw it up again.
Plus, I cannot emphasize this enough. Kyler Murray fits in Arizona about as well as I fit in a G-string. That is as brutal of a fit as you'll ever see.
You mean Minnesota?
What'd I say?
You said Arizona.
Well, I meant Minnesota, but both do apply. Because you're talking about the same offense.
Yeah.
So the offense that Mike LaFleur came in and said, we got to get him the hell out of here because he doesn't fit here at all. It's the same thing O'Connell runs. So, I mean, I promise you, the name I've heard with Minnesota 1,000 times is Geno Smith. And I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of get it. I don't love it, but I kind of get it. You're going to take a guy. The thing with Geno was he always got the ball out really quick, and he got it out on time. And when I say quick, I mean his throwing motion, not necessarily his decisiveness.
Right.
You put that in that system, and I understand how it can work. You put Kyler Murray up there, you're not in any better shape than you were with J.J. McCarthy. So, I mean, him wanting to be there, sure. I understand wanting to throw to Justin Jefferson and to Jordan Addison. His agent would have to be looking at him going, one of these offenses is really good for you, and one of them is awful for you. So you do with that information what you want to, but you're trying to rehab your image here. That ain't it.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe he does go to Minnesota. I wouldn't
You're
be stunned.
I mean, you're also rolling the dice with choosing the New York Jets, though.
Sure.
I mean, the New York Jets that have broken everything that they've touched is a tough pill to swallow for anybody, I think.
Sure.
So Kyler Murray thinks about it. I can go to a place where they like to break quarterbacks. I do get a number 1 wide receiver in Garrett Wilson, possibly a number 2 wide receiver in whatever they pick at.
Well, I mean, people also forget how good
A.D.
Mitchell was. I mean, that team was
good.
dead.
Yeah.
But that's another good deep threat. If you're wanting to show you, and look, that was always the beauty of Kyler, is he was such a run threat that safeties could not deploy deep against him. You give me A.D. Mitchell and Garrett Wilson plus whatever receiver they're going to add with one of those top 44 picks, that's a much more intriguing team than you think. Oh, by the way, I like the Jets' line better than Minnesota's because Minnesota's got a lot of injury issues. Oh, and by the way, they don't have any money. So that team's getting ready to get worse.
Yeah.
Minnesota's still like $30-some-odd million over the cap after Javon Hargrave, after Aaron Jones. I've heard T.J. Hawkinson may not make this team. Jalen Naylor's out the door. Minnesota becomes a lot ickier the further down the rabbit hole you get.
Yeah.
Not saying he won't do it. It will not surprise me. I'm just saying if I was his agent, I would be looking at this going, one of these is better than the other, and it's not the one you think it is.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. The bottom one, I guess it's certified.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that guy says, do you think that the Chiefs trade up at all in the draft since they got a second first-round pick?
It's funny you asked that. It's a really good question. If you told me right now I could bet on the percentage chance that Kansas City picks at 9 and 29, I'd put it at about 2%. Because I think they are going to move that pick at 29. 29 doesn't do a ton for you unless you think one of these corners that you're really high on is going to fall. Mm-hmm. And the only one that makes a ton of sense to me is Jermod McCoy.
That's the one.
Like if you're really in and you're locked in on that the 24 tape and not the fact that he hasn't done squat in the last 18 months, then okay, I could see that. What I think Kansas City in Kansas City's ideal world, I think Jeremiah Love falls to them at 9. Or they sign Travis Etienne because I know they're in on him definitively. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. If they were to sign Etienne, I think then you're starting to look at Maui Noah falling to them at 9 because I am getting the sense that on teams boards, Fano has passed Maui Noah.
Okay.
Freeling may have passed Maui Noah because so many of them now are seeing him as strictly a guard. Like we cannot play him at anything but guard. We're not devaluing the player, we're devaluing the position. Mm-hmm. So if I'm Kansas City and Francis Maui Noah falls in my lap at 9, yeah, I'm good with that. I'm fine with that because my interior is so good that I can play him on the right side. And then I've got him, I've got Simmons, I've got those 3 in the middle with Sua Matea being the 3rd. I love where my line's at. I can protect Pat. Now I can use my down the line picks to add weapons and work on that defense.
Mm-hmm. Would they be a player for Caleb Downs if he fell to 9?
Yes. The thing with Downs is I'm almost remiss to talk about Caleb Downs until the second opinion comes in on the knee. Because if he has a degenerative ACL, if that gets into who's willing to take, this is ear broccoli, but it's where it is. Whose doctor will sign off on it? Who has the insurance policies that are good enough to pay it out if he just bombs out? Because you got to understand, the premium on a guy like that is nanners. Because degenerative ACL means that thing's going to tear at some point. Mm-hmm. We just don't know when. It could be tomorrow. Then you get into he did have a torn meniscus, which does put more fray on that. There are a lot of things that could go to that. He is currently doctor shopping a doctor that will tell NFL teams, no, this is not a problem. The qualm is that the independent doctor said it's a problem.
Yeah.
That's happened for a lot of guys. Look, there are a lot of guys that are 10 years in the NFL that the independent doctor said that kid's knee is uninsurable. It's not an end-all, be-all. The confirmation from an independent second opinion, it's not going to defer a lot of these teams. I don't know how these medical teams work because I don't know the medical.
But even Caleb Downs with a torn ACL, okay, he has to have surgery. And then what? I mean, does that take him down as a prospect to going from being, first ballot Hall of Famer, which is what he's touted to be, to being just a fourth string?
Bob Sanders.
Okay.
Would you have taken Bob Sanders at 9?
Hell no.
No, that's the problem. Yeah, he was great for a few years, but then he absolutely flamed out. And see, that's the problem with that D word, degenerative, is about the worst word you can hear come out of a medical. But there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so we piece it back together. Even we take a tendon from somewhere else and we put it back together there. The body's going to fight against it. And so it's going to wear down too, and you're going to be in the exact same position. And then you got a guy that's just hurt all the time. So I don't know. That is one of the weirdest medical things that's ever come out of a combine. Nobody said a word about it until we were all gone.
Right.
I've never seen that before. There wasn't a whisper of that. Did you hear anything?
I did not.
I talked in the room to 2 teams that I know like him. Not one word. That baffles me that nobody at some point went, well, the medical is not awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I heard it about a few other guys, but not him. And that's shocking to me. I think Kansas City, the world is their oyster. Question is, where do you spend your dollars?
Mm-hmm.
Because they have moved a lot of money around. So I think there are going to be more players in free agency than people think.
I would say they don't make a move necessarily to trade up, because I think to me that was the original intent of the question, was do they bundle those picks together to get up to like 6 to make sure that they get Jeremiah Love or whatever they're after.
No. I would say no, but solely because I don't know that the impediments to Love, like Arizona, I don't think Arizona's the impediment you think.
Well, look, if I'm already sold on Etienne, I wait for whatever drops to me at 9, whether that be the lineman, whether that be Caleb Downs, whether that be Ruben Bain, or whatever could fall there. And then at 29, I'm banking on that's my corner. That's my next guy up, because that's how we replenish. We replenish corners in the draft. We don't pay them.
You want me to tell you how you figure out Kansas City's tact in the draft? Don't look at who they signed. Look at who they pursue.
Mm-hmm.
So when we start talking about visits, or we start talking about they're in contact and they're getting closer, and we do this every year. I mean, Carolina was done with Milton Williams, and then New England swooped in and took him away.
Yep.
You know what that tells me? If Dan Morgan was willing to pay that level of money, it means when another defensive tackle like Milton Williams pops up, they're going to be interested. That's why I'm so locked in on them taking Caleb Banks.
Yeah.
If you can remember those things over the course of time, it'll tell you a lot. So if they pursue Etienne, who's that home run hitter out of the backfield, that tells me if they don't sign him, they're going to be very interested in Jeremiah Love, or they're going to be very interested in Mike Washington Jr. You can play those things out down the line, because what you're interested in really tips your hand of what you think you need.
In the comments in the YouTube, Andreas Pinkney says that he feels like only the Saints and the Titans are competition for Jeremiah Love.
The Titans are not competition for Jeremiah Love.
And I've seen that several times since the Combine, and I don't see a team taking him that high.
The Titans are not competition for Jeremiah Love. I can confirm that. Unless something, and I'm trying to think even what would have to change. The Titans made it very well known that their objective is to build around Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Now, their idea of building around Cam Ward is, and I think that's what
I think
people
running
heard
game
that
wouldn't be a bad idea.
And that's all well and good. I think people heard that and they immediately go to Jeremiah Love. That's not what they were talking about. They're talking about getting the pieces for Robert Saleh to play defense in a way that Cam Ward does not have to get into shootouts. I also can tell you with a very clear conscience, they are the team that is hot to trot on Alec Pierce that has kept him from signing a deal with the Indianapolis Colts. I thought it, I confirmed it, and now that's where we are. To the point of, I will say Alec Pierce has 2 suitors. It's Tennessee, it's Indianapolis. If there's another one, they come in late. Because right now, those are the 2 that are just chomping at the bit to give him $25 million a year.
Okay.
I think Pierce thinks he can get to 30, which is disgusting to say out loud.
It is gross.
I think the Saints are a competition on Love. If they really feel like they have to do something, they could move from 9 to 7 with Washington, because Washington does want to move down to try to recoup that second-round pick. If you feel like you have to do that, okay.
No.
But in terms of packaging the 2 to get up there, they don't have to.
NFL free agency right around the corner. Next up on the free agency list for you, Jeremy, is it Alec Pierce?
No. But since we just mentioned him,
mm-hmm.
we can go ahead and tackle him now.
Where does he rank?
He's 4.
Okay.
I think he's going to get a deal that's somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 years, $100 million. Yeah, it hurts that hurts your life, didn't it? It's going to be a team that's desperate. Indianapolis loves bringing back their own guys.
Mm-hmm.
They are very pursuing of their own guys. They've been after Pierce. Look, they wanted to put the transition tag on Pierce. They thought they were going to get a deal done with Daniel Jones. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Then they knew if Daniel Jones hits the open market, we're not getting him back because somebody else can pay him more than we can. So they slapped that transition tag on him and then started scurrying to get Alec Pierce done. Mentally, I think he took that as a bit of a slight, this one-year quarterback took precedence over me, who's been here for 4 years. And I think he's looking at the market going, there's not a lot of receivers out here. Juwan Jennings is very scheme-specific. He's the one height, weight, speed monster that's really out there.
Yeah.
And I think Tennessee's let it be known that they are here and they are after him, which is why I think ultimately Alec Pierce signs with the Tennessee Titans. 4 years, $100 million.
Yeah. Wow. So maybe you do go after Love in the in the draft. I mean, if you're gonna go spending big, let's go big.
I'm gonna invest my capital in
all the
defense.
weapons. Yeah.
I don't see how it. I also don't understand why everybody's just assuming Tony Pollard's going to be gone. By the end of the year, Tony Pollard was pretty good.
Okay.
Also, look at the brain trust that just took over this team. Bob Saleh or Brian Daboll ever strike you as a guy that really fixates on one running back? Daboll was the head coach that let Saquon Barkley walk out the door. Bobby Saleh kept using Braylon Allen and all these other guys behind Breece Hall. I don't think he's putting that kind of capital into a number one.
Okay.
Breece Hall was a dude. Breece Hall was a dude they took in the second round. There's not really one of the, unless you're even higher on Mike Washington than I am.
I was going to say Mike Washington.
There's not one of those in this class for me. So maybe they just prioritize running back at that point. I just don't see it.
Right.
I don't think it's in the cards.
You are in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We'll be right back.
You know who's listening to the radio? Voters. Lots of them. So if you're running for office, this right here, great place to reach them. And it's not like social media where people are just swiping through ads. With radio, they're engaged. Plus, it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country, even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Be on the air in just 48 hours. Visit winwithiheart.com. That's winwithiheart.com.
I'm Daniel Jeremiah.
And I am Greg Rosenthal.
I know that, Greg. We're teaming up on 40s and Free Agents, the podcast that owns the NFL offseason.
This is where teams are built. Free agency, the combine, pro days, trades. Every move matters.
From my draft boards and mock drafts
to my vaunted top 101 free agents and how rosters come together.
Quarterback movement.
Surprise signings.
We'll tell you what it means and who really wins. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search 40s and Free Agents, and listen now.
This is ESPN Asheville, Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz, he throws to the end zone, touchdown!
Beer City's Tar Heel Station.
Off the back, iron! Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
Home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses?
Hugs and Kisses.
Now that's all Take's going to call it.
Live from the Ingalls studio, weekdays at noon. ESPN Asheville.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
To provide the music, talk, and sports you love. And to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. Talk to someone if you're struggling with mental health, because most people out here really care. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
The road to the college basketball playoffs start in Asheville. Catch the Ingalls Southern Conference men's and women's basketball championships March 5th through the 9th at Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville. See some of the nation's best conference tournament action. Then explore a city packed with locally owned restaurants, incredible breweries, live music, and non-stop excitement. Experience it all during the 2026 Ingalls Southern Conference Basketball Championship. For tickets, brackets, and event details, visit SoConHoops.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Free Agency Thursday.
That was my favorite use of a microphone ever. You just cut off a smart aleck comment.
That's it. And moving on. It gets fun around here in the commercial breaks.
Somebody should be recording that. The only problem is that they'd have to cut a lot out.
100%. Be really hard to keep that off the FCC.
You'd have to be very judicious about what you put on the interwebs.
Alec Pierce was the number 4 free agent for Jeremy in this upcoming class. We're playing the old matchmaker game. Who's your 3?
Jalen Phillips.
Okay.
If there's a player in this class that I know definitively is about to get a deal that makes blood come out of my ears, it's Jalen Phillips. Because I don't see how anybody's looking at the medical on him and not just scared to death. So for me, that pulls the years down. I've got him at 2 years, $45 million with escalators that take it to 60.
That doesn't sound bad.
It sounds pretty terrible to me. Just throwing this out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody talked about how good he was after he got to Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
So what about him was so good?
Apparently he got in the backfield a lot.
Okay.
His pass rush win rate was like one of the best in the league. He didn't get home a lot. He only had
2 sacks.
5 sacks on the whole season.
He had 2 at Philadelphia.
Right. He had that, and I think they were in one game, weren't they? Weren't they in the same game?
They might have been. The thing with Phillips for me is I think he's good. I don't think he's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never really thought he was great. But I see a team overpaying for him. The list of teams I've got here, the Eagles are up there. The problem with the Eagles is the Eagles don't overpay for guys like this. So they gave up a third to get him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're looking at the deal he's going to get. If they're not super involved in free agency, which I do not think they will be, we'll get a 4 back for him. I mean, it'll be a year from now, but we'll get a 4 in that loaded draft class of next year if we just let him walk out the door. The 3 that I'm stuck on, the Chargers, the Buccaneers, and the Commanders.
Yep.
That's 3 teams that run the perfect scheme for him, and I know all 3 of them want a pass rusher. The question is which ones prioritize him over Odefeowa. And I don't know the answer. I mean, to me, they're the same guy.
Yeah.
One of them just got a really clear medical, and one of them doesn't. Well, not a clear medical, but a clearer medical.
Which leads me to believe that Tampa Bay is going to go hard after Jalen Phillips.
I mean, look,
that's just what they do. You're going to pick the wrong one every time.
Owa's not that far down the line.
Right.
And I've got the Commanders and the Chargers in on him as well, along with the Ravens. That would be the most Raven thing ever, to get Alohi Gilman and then wind up, oh, no, it's fine. Just come back a year from now.
Yeah.
Because I know Anthony Weaver likes him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to pick one of the 2, which one would you prioritize over the other?
I would say Odafe because I could probably get him cheaper. Not much cheaper, but I can probably get him cheaper.
APV maybe,
mm-hmm.
But it's going to be more years. I mean, I got Owa at 4 years, 80. I got Jalen Phillips at 245 guaranteed, escalators up to 60.
Mm-hmm. I'm good with all of that.
I am not as good with that.
Because I think you're being reasonable on Jalen Phillips. I mean, you do have to take the surcharge again to set it from the jump of the show. Like you don't, just because you're at the top of the list of edge rushers doesn't mean you need that massive money. But once you take Trey Hendrickson out of the equation, what's the drop off from here?
At edge rusher?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the scheme. There's still Khalil Mack out there. There's Joey Bosa out there, Hassan Reddick, Malcolm Kuntz, that you know I am particularly fond of. Arden Key, Cameron Jordan, Von Miller. I mean, yeah, these guys are older.
I was gonna say that's you just.
Here's my question:
some good options, no doubt.
Name me a time that Jalen Phillips or Odafe Owa were ever a top 10 edge rusher in this league.
Oh,
I'll give you a hint. There ain't one.
No,
I'll save you a whole lot of searching. Then why are we paying them like that? This is what desperate teams do. That's the reason that I'm stuck on the Ravens are not doing this with Odafe Owa. I just don't see it. He was that guy for a handful of games with the Los Angeles Chargers after he got traded. Could he be that guy for the Chargers? Sure. Do I think he's going to be for the Ravens? No. And I think the Ravens still have Mike Green that they believe in. I think they're going to end up taking another edge rusher in this class somewhere. I feel like one of them goes to the Chargers, one of them goes to the Buccaneers or the Commanders.
Yep.
Which one is which? I don't know.
Okay. All right. Next up on the free agency list.
Oh, next up on my list is he plays a premier position. And I've liked him better than the industry, I felt like, up until about 3 weeks ago. Rasheed Walker. Yes, he is a left tackle. He plays left tackle in the NFL. He's about to get paid. I just can't figure out by who. Who in the world is going to give him the money that he wants? Because Green Bay is Seacrest out. I have yet to see anybody that thinks they're a player for him.
Well, you know it's not going to be the Houston Texans because they're all sewed up on the offensive line.
Oh,
they're good.
Trent Brown.
They're solid.
Let's get Blake Fisher back out there to do some stuff.
Who are the left tackle needy teams?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword because you don't just have to ask who needs a left tackle. First of all, there's not a ton of teams that really need one. But then you got to get to who's got the money to pay one. There's not really an answer to that. I mean, just look at the teams with money. Do you have the salary cap figure pulled up over there?
I do not.
So I've got it up here. This is from Over the Cap. The Los Angeles Chargers. Nope. If they can stay healthy, they're fine. They're certainly not investing in one.
Right.
The Titans. Nah. The Raiders. That's the one position on the line that I actually feel they're good at. The Jets have drafted 2 tackles in 2 years. I don't think they're doing it. The Commanders have Laramie Tunsil. The Seahawks have Charles Cross. The Bengals have Orlando Brown. The Steelers have Amarius Mims.
Okay.
That's every team in the NFL that has more than $40 million.
Then you get into the fun game of Arizona, who said, I think they're set with what they've got, right? And Paris Johnson, and aren't they sticking with that on the left side?
Yeah,
they're more looking for a right.
They're looking for a right tackle. Which, by the way, I don't love Rasheed Walker on the right side. I mean, don't hate it. If that's what you have to do, then that's what you have to do. But
Kansas City Chiefs.
You've already got Josh Simmons.
Oh, that's right.
And you got Jalen Moore that you're paying. You see the problem with this team?
Yeah. Finding the landing spot is a little tough, at least with teams with money, which means whoever does make the move is going to have to shift things around and possibly make that worse on themselves.
The one team that I could find that I think could pay the money is the Cleveland Browns. I don't know where they're going to find the money from. I have absolutely no idea. But salary cap numbers are made up.
I was going to say they're $25 million over the gap.
It's fine. By the way, how is that roster $25 million? I feel like we should give them a $100 million bonus and just, you know what? Here, if we feel bad for you.
Well, hell, you dumped $50 million of it on Deshaun Watson.
Where'd the other
who
half
you're
go?
Actually talking about playing, which I think is just.
That's media's talking about that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Todd Monken's the head coach of this team because he was one of 2 people on the planet Earth still believes in Shedeur Sanders. So, no, they're not taking a quarterback. They're not in on Malik Willis. I asked these questions, and there was a look that I kept getting from Browns people like, where are you hearing that? But I don't know, just asking you. Nah, it's Shedeur.
Yeah. So Cleveland somehow comes up with the.
I feel like Rasheed Walker's not going to get the number that he expects. Gary in our YouTube chat said Trent Williams is hitting the market. I still haven't seen a confirmation on that. San Francisco and him have been trying to rework the deal. I just can't fathom how San Francisco lets him walk out the door. You talk about a feeding frenzy?
Mm-hmm.
Good googly move. Every Super Bowl contender in the league would be go. I mean, every
the
left
Rams
tackle
have to do.
I don't know that it would be the Rams. The Rams really like Alec Jackson. Although
I was going to say Alec Jackson or Trent Williams.
Well,
which one are you?
You have to get to a point where you're conserving your assets. You know, putting your assets in the right place. The Buffalo Bills are one that I was thinking about with Deion Dawkins. Yeah,
okay.
Kick him over to the right side, and all of a sudden, hey, we're doing stuff.
I think James Cook would like that. It'd be fine.
There are a lot of teams that would shoot their left tackle into the sun to get 1 year of Trent Williams.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, Rasheed Walker's got to be sitting back going, San Francisco, what's $4 million between friends? Let's not let him get out here because I feel like that's going to cost me a boatload of money.
We're already to Rasheed Walker on the free agency list. Again, not a bad player, just not a guy that you want to go, hey, here's this Brinks truck. Would you like it?
And now, by the way, we didn't touch on this, but I feel like we should.
Mm-hmm.
I did this list in order of how much money I think they're going to get paid, not who I would be chasing. Like, this is not my top 25 free agents. No, this is top 25 going to get a bag free agents. My underrated guys. Maybe we talk about that tomorrow.
Yep. You're in the Sportsocracy, and it's ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
All right, I failed earlier to get too much into records. The record this afternoon is actually 78 degrees. 1955, 77 the forecast high. Depends on how much sunshine we get. I think we'll see a little bit more, but still some clouds. Tonight, 52. Tomorrow, maybe a thunder shower in the afternoon. Still warm, 78. And over the weekend, we're in the mid-upper 70s with a better chance of some showers and thunder by Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stager.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new Luxe Value Menu has 10 lavish indulgences, all $3 or less. It's easy to get carried away. Like when you try the new mini taco salad, you might ask, do I need a salad fork? The fork in the bag's fine. Luxe Value Menu at participating locations while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
Every year, International Women's Day falls on March 8th, and iHeartRadio is proud to celebrate the women who shape music, drive change, and influence culture. Find playlists, podcasts, and of course, Women's History Month radio. Open the free iHeart app, search Women's History Month, and listen now.
The road to college basketball playoffs runs straight through Asheville. Join the excitement at the 2026 Ingles Southern Conference Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. March 5th through 9th at Harrah's Cherokee Center, Asheville. Bring the whole family for the Downtown Dribble, where kids can bounce their way through the heart of Asheville. Getting there is easier than ever with the free Ingles trolley rides from designated parking areas to and from the arena all tournament long. For tickets, brackets, and event details, visit SoConHoops.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville.
That last line would have been killer for him just to have just gone out and no one knows what it means.
Oh, it is time to get weird. And this is weird brilliance. There are few things that I look at in life and go, you know what? You guys are thinking next level here. Because most of the stuff that we read these days is about just people being as stupid as possible. New Jersey Girl Scout troop has done, they win. For all time, this is now the Troop 12 or whatever their number is rule. New Jersey Girl Scout troop, after fighting for a year with the state organization, got approval to set up their shop for Girl Scout cookies outside of a dispensary. They went total next level. Rather than sitting outside of a grocery store or a Walmart or, Billy Bob's bait and tackle down the street is going to let me set up outside and sell cookies. No, they went, we're going to the source, and we are going to make bank. Now, they set up outside the Daylight Dispensary in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, with a full array of cookies. And as you can imagine, things went pretty well. They had to actually schedule another stop. So if you're going to be in New Jersey, just happen to be in the neighborhood this Friday from 5 until 7 p.m. See, here's my problem. You need more cookies than that.
Yeah,
they don't have enough cookies to be open more than 2 hours.
You also need to keep pothead hours, which are not business hours. What do you think, Dale the banker's getting off his job at Wachovia and going to Tank's making that look? So 5 to 7's not bad. Really? Your honey hole is 10 to noon.
10 to noon.
10 to noon when old Paul the pothead's like, hey, dude, what am I going to do today?
I must say Jeremy doesn't make too many stops at dispensaries on the way home.
Well, here's the thing.
So one of us does, and it's quite a busy place around 5 to 7 o'clock in the evening.
Well, and you still have kids setting things on fire. I do not.
Well, there is that.
Now, here's my question. How bad will their sales skyrocket if the New York Jets draft Mekhi Lemon?
Oh,
they will have to back up a Brinks truck full of cookies just waiting for him to show up like, man, it's been a long day.
Oh, they'll rename the cookie after him. They've got one of those lemon cookies.
A Mekhi Lemon.
It's the Mekhi Lemon.
It's a Mekhi Lemon. It's delicious. My story is about one, Aaron Spencer. Does that name mean anything to you?
No, not related.
Not related, no. Yesterday was election day all over the country. People doing elections.
Most states.
Well, Aaron Spencer was running as the Republican candidate for the Lonoke County Sheriff. He won 53.5% of the vote, which means he will go on to face Democratic primary winner Brian Mitchell Sr. in the fall general election.
Nice.
Where does Aaron Spencer currently reside?
Oh, I guess it's got to be like out of state or something, so I'll go Arkansas.
Nope. Well, this is in Arkansas. So
49. I was thinking Alabama.
49 other states and been right.
I was thinking you said Alabama for some reason. Meet me at the dispensary later.
He currently resides in the Arkansas penal system.
Oh!
Because he's currently awaiting trial on a second-degree murder charge for killing a 67-year-old man that he found assaulting his daughter. Let me see if I can explain this well enough. And I can't remember the guy's name. His last name's Fossler. Michael Fossler is 67 years old.
Okay.
Mr. Spencer found him with his 13-year-old daughter and shot him. The people of Arkansas looked at him and went, "Sheriff." When I say something that I disagree with, I'll let you know.
Exactly.
He was facing 43 criminal charges in connection with the teen that was Mr. Foster's daughter. Wow. And DA in Arkansas, I'm gonna give you a solid piece of advice. You should drop these charges.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you plead them down to a misdemeanor, because you know what? As somebody that has served jury duty, you know what I think you're going to struggle to find? 12 people that can pick this guy. The further down the rabbit hole I went, the more I went, why is he in jail right now?
I was going to say, so he's actively incarcerated. It's not like he's out on,
He's
waiting trial
incarcerated.
or anything like that.
He is actively incarcerated.
So he's been convicted.
He chose to run for sheriff because they were charging this guy, and he was still around his daughter, and he went, I'm going to do something about it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have no problem with it. And this is one, if you want to at me, it's at
But I mean,
the NFL draft.
has it already been adjudicated, or is he awaiting trial?
He's awaiting trial.
Okay, so they just went no bond.
Mm-hmm.
You're locked up.
Yep.
And the dude won the sheriff's race.
Yep. Convincingly, by the way.
I gotta say, in this instance, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let's not have any great candidates out there.
I think they have one. I believe his name is Aaron Spencer.
It's going to be tough to serve from back there, though.
We have a super chat.
Show me the money,
Nope.
money. Show me the money.
Kevin Mullen, that is hilarious, and I cannot say it on terrestrial radio. Nope, can't say that one. That one's 4 out of 5 dentists agree.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
That reminds me of that roller coaster joke from Ron White. The log ride's working.
His question, Kevin, I owe you one because I didn't under no steam of the imagination say that out loud. He asked, is Devon Achane available? I think everybody the Miami Dolphins have is available. If you want it and you're willing to give up draft picks for it, let's talk.
But
I would
what
say
could
he's
you
available.
give up for him?
The bad thing is with running backs is, first of all, they have the shelf life of yogurt. And Achane's already had injury issues. I don't know how he fits in any scheme that's other than that. Like, if he's not in one of those zone schemes where you're getting to the outside with a clear lane, one cut, and just take off, I never looked at him coming out of college going, yeah, the vision is supreme. So, I mean, just think about running back needy teams. Kansas City, yeah, you got a quarterback that can really make that happen, but are they going to spend the dollars?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to give up real-life capital and then spend dollars on a running back? When you've got Etienne, Kenneth Walker, Breece got franchise tagged, but there are other running backs out there on the market that I think you can get value out of. Mm-hmm. Is he available? I will say yes. Do I think a trade will happen? Probably not. I was shocked at what David Montgomery got, to be really honest with you.
As was I.
And I like David Montgomery.
Mm-hmm. It's just been a while since he's been the guy. And I don't know.
And he wasn't great as the guy.
Like you're going the wrong way, right? He was fine. He was fine as the guy in Chicago. Fine. He was really good, right, in that two-man scheme with the Detroit Lions. Now you're sending him down to Houston where he has to be the number one guy again, and the age is getting older, and right, like he's going in like a convex kind of a path here. I want you to be going the other way. I don't want you to be getting older and getting more responsibility. It's supposed to be going the other way.
I'm still stuck on. We need to find a children's artist to illustrate a book of Shanahanisms from Kevin Mullen. That one would for sure be in it.
100%.
That book would be directly beside Go the Falafel to Sleep, as narrated by Samuel L. Jackson.
Shanahanisms, always top-notch. Thank you, Kevin Mullen. If you want to see them in real time, you have to go to the YouTube because we can't say them on the FCC airwaves.
I cannot say that.
No.
Soaring Eagle said, can that please be a pop-up book? Yes, I believe that could indeed be a pop-up book.
No, snap. Nobody's getting younger. Tank wants people to get younger. No, it's not what I'm talking about. The older you get, the less responsibility I want you to have.
I keep getting older. They stay the same age. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
There's no turning the clock back.
LIVIN. Just living the dream.
All right, NFL free agency list. Who's up next? Who are we figuring out a landing spot for?
My next one, it gets a little defensive leaning from here.
Okay.
We already talked about Odafe-Owa.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever come up with we did come up with an answer for him, right?
I don't think you settled on an answer.
Well, for him and Jalen Phillips, one of them's going to the Chargers because the Chargers have a boatload of money.
Yeah.
Oh, the others, you factor in Jalen Phillips could return to the Eagles. I don't think he's going to.
Mm-hmm.
Buccaneers, Commanders. Those two really badly need defensive help, pass rush help.
All right.
My next one is John Franklin Myers. The New York Jets gave this guy, and I'm going to rant on this for a minute because I'm real tired of hearing stupid people say stupid things. And this may come back to bite me because he may end up in one of the two spots that has been mentioned. Robert Saleh and Jeff Ulbrich traded him after a year for a bag of footballs. That is not the noun that I used when I said this when the microphone wasn't on, which is why Tank has that look on his face. They got a 5th-round pick that, if I remember correctly, didn't even make the team. Now he's set to make $20 million. I think going back to Denver is on the table. I would say it's probably unlikely with their cap situation being what it is. I have heard Tennessee and I've heard Atlanta for this guy. Do I need to say it louder? They traded him after a year for nothing. Maybe that was all Joe Douglas, but I really struggle to believe that. That's one of the stupidest trades he made the entire time he was with the Jets. I don't think it's going to be those two. The question is, where does he fit? He's a very flexible guy because he can play. He's got inside-outside flexibility. He can play 3-tech. He can play 5-tech. He can do a lot. I think he fits with the Chargers. Especially if you get Khalil Mack back for a song.
Mm-hmm.
Soaring Eagle said, "Do not re-sign him. You will regret it." I'm surprised by that. I'm surprised that a Denver fan would not want him back
because of the money.
Well, he was a great value, and now he's not going to be.
Right. I don't want to pay him that.
I would just like to hear the explanation on. I mean, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's as simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think.
Well, I mean, if you're getting $20 million a year, I have $20 million in cap space. I don't want to move it. Like John Franklin Myers again is another example of these guys who it's not worth me shifting all of the cards around to make room for you. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it for a bunch of dudes.
I don't know.
Right, I'm bringing in a handful of guys that are values that fit my scheme rather than spending my whole chunk on one guy who's not worth it.
I just think there's so few players in the NFL that do what he does. I really do. I mean, and we talk about these guys every single year of they can do, they have scheme flexibility. You know what happens to all of them? They find a spot and they narrow down into that and they become that forever.
Mm-hmm.
John Franklin Myers, I have watched play 4 completely different positions in, 7 years in this league? And maybe I'm sensitive to it because he was coming up through the Jets when I was doing more stuff with them on hands-on.
Yeah.
And so I know the guy pretty well. I really, really like John Franklin Myers. And when you look at defensive tackle, if you're looking for a defensive tackle, take luck because there are not many of them out there. And every one of them that is out there has about 6 belly buttons that scare me to death.
Okay.
For those of you that are new to the program, belly button and wart are the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's got a belly button.
And most of them are not particularly attractive.
It's always that.
Some are.
It's always that last part that tickles me.
Some of them are. You go to Magic City, see a handful that are just fine. I think Myers is going to get paid from somewhere. The question is where.
Okay. But more than likely, it's going to be one of these 3-4 scheme teams.
That's where I would lean because that's where I think he's the best. He's a little thin to play true defensive tackle, but he's perfectly built to be a 3-4 defensive end. Mm-hmm. And I think he's just a really good player. And yeah, he's probably going to get $20 million. And Soaring Eagle said, yeah, it's the money.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if there was something about the player that I had missed over the course of the last 365 days.
He said also they're talking about making a splash for a running back in a couple of days. So, what is that? Are you going the ETN route?
Well, that's probably a fun time to let's just talk about the running back market. There are a lot of them out there. If you could only sign one, who is it? And just remember, Breece Hall, not out there anymore.
Probably Kenneth Walker.
You know what's funny? I've asked that question about 20 different people that I respect, and I think I've gotten 3 different answers, and I don't think I've gotten any one of them more than 6 or 7 times. Because it ranges between Walker. It was Breece Hall unequivocally.
Yes.
Until he got franchised. And now it bounces between Rico Dowdle, Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker. I had one guy say J.K. Dobbins, which caught me off guard.
Okay. J.K.'s fine. I've been a J.K. fan since he was in college.
Sure.
Through the injuries, believed he could be a piece. He can be, but he's not. I don't see how you see him as the go-to, unless you think I can go get him for a song, right? If I can get him to sign in for $5 million, I don't know what's the bargain basement there.
With Dobbins, the issue is the injuries.
His longevity, right? I'm going to have him, and he's going to be good, but for how long?
Snap Judgments in our YouTube chat said Kenneth Walker's a 25-year-old reigning Super Bowl MVP, and he's going to get paid. Mm-hmm. Do you know the list of guys that Kenneth Walker, if he does not play his next down with the Seattle Seahawks, do you know he'll be the 4th Super Bowl MVP to win a Super Bowl, and then his next snap be with a different team?
Really?
Do you know who the others are? I have got to stop holding up my hand because every time I do, my camera goes, wooly. The other 4 are Dexter Jackson, Larry Brown, and Desmond Howard. Does that list make you feel real good? Because it shouldn't. I think Kenny Walker is a landmine looking for a place to land.
Really?
Because I think he's going to get paid like a top 5 running back in this league, and he never has been, and he never will be.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kenny Walker should go back to Seattle and go, how much money would you like to give me? Because I fit here really well. And it's striking to me that Seattle did not make – I'm not going to say they didn't make an effort to re-sign him. It tells me a lot that they have basically resigned themselves that Kenneth Walker is going to be the starting running back of the New York Giants. At this point, I haven't heard another team in weeks. That's how foregone conclusion this is getting.
Interesting.
Which to me raises the question of, how exactly are you planning on deploying him and Cam Scatterboot together? Because that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, Cam's only there for a short time. He's not there for a long time.
I mean, I guess they're looking at him going, well, we're not particularly worried about you. We're actually, we are worried about you, just more that you have brain damage from acting like the juggernaut.
Right. We're gonna have to take it easy on him. We're gonna have to limit his snaps.
But they do. Those two do very largely some of the same things. Mm-hmm. They're between the tackles runners. Now Walker in that playoff run showed that he could be really good on the outside. I just still look at those.
A little bit of pass catching ability too.
Yeah, but then I've got the many years of him not doing that, and I don't know. I just think it's a weird kind of clunky fit, but that feels like where he's headed. And I think Kenny Walker is going to get 4 years, somewhere in the neighborhood of $48 to $60 million. And I don't think that's a good use of your dollars, but more power to you, especially with the Giants, because you're running behind an offensive line that they would probably benefit from a couple snaps from me.
Mm-hmm. You're probably going to have to overpay, or you will have to overpay.
ATN is the one that I look at in Denver.
Okay.
Denver has said they're going to make a splash. He, to me, strikes me as the one that can be the most Alvin Kamara-esque because you can use him so readily in the passing game. I also have to look at somebody that's not exactly like R.J. Harvey. Because, look, you drafted R.J. Harvey that high. He has a role here. The rest of them, I don't really – you don't matter. If he's looking to make a spin, a real splurge in free agency, it's going to be the head of the snake.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that means everybody else is getting drained with the bathwater. I have no idea what you're laughing at, and I'm scared to know. It's in the chat.
It's another Shanahan and Ananism.
Oh, joy.
We got to take the top of the hour break, and we'll be back here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. There it is.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
All right, I failed earlier to get too much into records. The record this afternoon is actually 78 degrees. 1955, 77, the forecast high. Depends on how much sunshine we get. I think we'll see a little bit more, but still some clouds. Tonight, 52. Tomorrow, maybe a shower, thunder shower in the afternoon. Still warm, 78. And over the weekend, we're in the mid-upper 70s with a better chance of some showers and thunder by Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingalls studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, #1 for sports coverage in the mountains.
The 2026 Ingalls SoCon Championships hit Asheville March 5th through 9th. Catch the action and vote for your favorite mascot in the Ingalls Mascot Challenge at ingalschallenge.com. Championship basketball, Asheville excitement, and the Ingalls Mascot Challenge. Vote for your favorite mascot and get tournament info now at ingalschallenge.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
It's the moment you dream of. The moment you work for. Train for. Run wind sprints when nobody's watching for. The moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time all culminate into this time. The moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart Radio Station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons. By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app and seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. Jeremy's grossed himself out.
Who buys hand sanitizer that smells like that? That is the nastiest smelling hand sanitizer in history. I washed my hands. I came back in here and I was like, what is that smell? It smells like a rotten egg or something. Mm-hmm. And then I put my hand to my face and went, oh, God.
It's not.
Was that on clearance? Dollar General? My God. I don't know.
I don't know. It's whatever industrial sized hand sanitizer that we have in the bathroom here. I'm telling you,
oven cleaner too?
He is usually just like, over the top about some things. However, the smell that comes off of that hand sanitizer, and do not even think, if you use it once during the day, don't think about touching your eyeball at any point in the next 2 days, because it may be made straight out of kerosene. I'm not sure.
I think it is kerosene. I think they reapportion kerosene into hand sanitizer.
I am not one. I'm not one to start fires, but I believe you could do some damage with that bottle.
I was about to say, I think don't let your children near the hand sanitizer.
I didn't want to say it. I let you just walk right through that door.
That is terrible.
Yeah, no, it's not good. Megan's looking at me all confused. We decided it was the hand sanitizer from the bathroom. No.
Yeah,
not yours.
Sanitizer. Yours smells fine.
You keep spraying. Actually, give him some of that so he could get the kerosene taste or smell off of his hands.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
It's always an adventure here.
And now I smell like a pretty princess, and that's
yes,
far better.
Mr. Strawberry Shortcake himself.
I'm going to walk in the house and my wife's going to go.
I just about destroyed Megan's computer. She almost spit all over her computer. Great. If you want to see the hilarity in person tomorrow, we're going to be live down at the Harrah's Cherokee Center, Asheville. We're taking all of the things with us, right? We're going to be streaming.
Yep.
We're going to be fully integrated down at the Ingalls SoCon Basketball Championships. They tipped off today with the ladies tournament. Tomorrow, there will be a ladies session and a men's session. We will be straddling the two of them. We're going to be right at the end of the last game of the ladies session, and then we'll be off the air just before the men's session gets going. But the Fan Fest will be open. You come down to the Harrah's Cherokee Center, Asheville. Hang out with us. We'll be doing our usual thing. And Ingalls SoCon Basketball Championships going on all weekend long at the Harrah's Cherokee Center, Asheville. You can hear it on WWNC and ESPN Asheville. We'll start the action on ESPN Asheville on Saturday morning at 11:45, I believe we take air. And then We'll do the afternoon switch because we got the Duke game with Carolina here at 5:30. Go over for the evening session on WWNC where the Catamounts will be the primetime game. And then we'll have the semifinal action for you on Sunday afternoon on 570 WWNC, and it's all brought to you by Ingles Supermarkets. Low prices, love the savings. Also, I think some of our friends from iHeartMedia Asheville are going to be hosting the trolley, the Ingles trolley that's going around town picking up people from the parking lots. So please do me a favor, use the trolley system and just be so grateful that you're there that you can't stop being annoying. I want to hear horror stories.
Oh, yeah. I want somebody to say, some very large man with his shirt tucked into his sweatpants came up to me and said, hey, do you want to see my Pokemon cards? I want that. That is the story I want to hear Monday.
I want rowdy fans. I want just unhinged action. All safe. Sure. Obviously, we're not getting crazy on the trolleys. Just
family friendly.
Make sure that they have a great time.
Passive annoyance,
because that's what we would be doing
for sure
if we were there.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? You look like that girl from the radio. Are you that girl from the radio? I listen to your show all the time. You're the greatest. If I had any threat that any of them listened to us, I would be waiting for somebody to come around that corner just mad.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing is I just said that to all the people that listen to us. We just activated our listenership, and they're going to go, man, the fans were a lot more annoying this year, and I don't know why that was. I do.
Ingles does a great job of supporting the Southern Conference athletes and their families as they come in each and every season, supporting the athletics programs. The Mascot Challenge is a great way to support your favorite school. You can go online. What is it? Mascot Challenge?
Yes. .com.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you can go there.
You can also find a link off our social medias, and you can see a video of me just dump trucking Tank and Hotshot. And funny, that's the closest anybody actually got to me. No, it 100% was. Because you were actually close.
It was close. I
got you by 2. Everybody else was like, I think I beat you. And as I'm counting, I had to look at Mike at one point and go, I hit 11 in a row. You only shot 6 in that time. So I don't know how good you are at math magician-y things.
Yep.
But
the downtown dribble starts it all on Saturday morning. It is going to be another phenomenal sight of thousands of basketballs being bounced from Pack Square Park all the way up to the Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville. As I said, Ingles does a great job of supporting the SoCon each and every year. We love Ingles, so support Ingles and support SoCon Hoops. Go to SoConHoops.com to get your tickets today.
And maybe go like a reel, because all the ones that were done by the iHeartMedia team were originated by this guy.
Yeah.
And you'll see a bunch of stuff from us down there over the course of the weekend. It's always a fun weekend. And then I will be back Monday night for the championship game with HWA. She always likes going to the title game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun time. We talked to Tim Kraft, the head coach of the Western Carolina Catamounts, yesterday, and he said legit there were 7 teams. 7 teams that could win this tournament. So it may be the best SoCon tournament we've ever seen.
It's going to be really good.
We've had some real good ones.
To me, there's not a clear favorite.
No.
And that's rare.
No. I mean,
I think ESPN did this, and they picked 4 separate teams.
Yes. East Tennessee State they were the head of the snake for a long time, for most of the season in the SoCon, and then lost their last 2 games of the season, kind of brought them back down to the rest of the field. And now anybody's guess.
I just want to know who I have to talk to get the SoCon field like the Sun Belt, where everybody gets a bye. 4 teams play, and then there's 2 teams waiting in the next round.
No, I hate that. I hate that so much.
Love it.
The West Coast Conference tournament.
That's Sun Belt. Too. Oh, does the West Coast do that too?
Yeah, and it takes forever. Like Gonzaga every year gets like the quadruple bye.
Well, you should. That's how tournaments should work. If you want to buy, play gooder. You didn't, so you have to play more.
Speaking of buys, the Carolina Tar Heels secured the double bye in the ACC tournament next week, which we will have all of your coverage of the Tar Heels and the rest of the ACC tournament here on ESPN Asheville starting next week on Wednesday. Wednesday night, we've got a session, then all day on Thursday, so you'll not hear us on Thursday of next week. And then Friday, Saturday, the championship, all right here on ESPN Asheville. All right, the NFL free agency period is getting ready to open up. The new league year starts next week. And Jeremy's playing matchmaker for us here, going through the top free agents and where they are going to land. We got a lot of corners that are available in free agency.
A lot?
I would say there's a good handful.
All right, I got Reek Woolen and Jalen Watson. What you got from there?
Well, you have
Jamel Dean, who you've cursed his name for 5 years.
Right. I mean, somebody's going to pay him.
I don't know that they are.
Oh, I would.
I think one of those zone-heavy teams is going to give him about $10 million, and we're going to see that. And I've just watched corners that come out of Tampa Bay for too many years, and I know what that market's going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
I also think Reek Woolen is about to get paid.
I would say so.
And I have a funny feeling it may be from a team that chants it spells out its name when it chants it, and that's the Jets, Jets.
You've talked about Nashawn Wright, who's going to get more money than he should.
That's the one I'm hoping the Jets don't pay. Look, big physical corners, of which Nashawn Wright is a big corner. Reek Woolen's a big corner. I don't know that I would consider either one to be overly physical. Nashawn more than Reek. Reek avoids all contact.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Watson. I mean, I'll be honest with you. After the trade of Trent McDuffie, Kansas City's got to have a corner somewhere, and I get it. This is a really good drafting team that finds a way to add corners. At some point, they have to add one to the team they are going to put on the field next year. So if Jalen Watson hits the market, he's going to get significant money.
Right. Alante Taylor.
Alante Taylor is like the Sasquatch of the NFL. People tell me how good he is, but I absolutely never see it. And like every time
fans love him.
Every time I show up, I go, "All right, I'm here to watch it." Oh, and there we go.
Like Andreas Pinckney, isn't he a big Alante Taylor fan?
I'm not sure who.
We used to have somebody in the chat that used to bring up Alante Taylor all the time, and it may not have been Andreas. I'm just trying to think. We've had several.
He's a fine player.
Mm.
He's very slot specific to me. I think he could easily get a deal like what Jordan Lewis got from the Jaguars last year. I just don't know who it's going to be from. You know, that's the thing, is that if you're looking for a slot corner, you can get really cheap slot corners in the draft. The problem is you can't get a ton of outside guys. So I look at the Reek Woolens, the Jalen Watsons, the Jamel Deans, the handful of other guys. Those are the ones that they're going to get a bag. Andreas Pinckney told you to stop that, so I'm going to assume he was not.
Okay, so I guess it wasn't him. I apologize.
I didn't think he was, but I wasn't sure.
Okay.
I knew he was in the chat, so if he felt stepped on, he'd correct you.
100%,
and he did.
100%. I just know we used to have Saints fans in the chat that would always bring him up.
I think Andreas liked a Debo. I think that
Paulson
was
to Debo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to remember all this. We're getting to a point where it's harder and harder to remember. It was easier when there were like 200 or 300 people a day. You know, after we had a live stream the other night that did 7,000, that gets a little harder to remember.
But then you have that like second tier of deeper corners, like Josh Jobe is a free agent now.
I want to know what Dum Dum's going to pay him.
I mean, somebody will.
Josh Jobe runs like he's wearing what's that thing that women wear to? He runs a corset. He runs like he's wearing a corset.
Mm-hmm.
His hips never move. I mean, it's the wildest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen a human that can go from facing you to facing away from you and never actually turn. He looks like a Lego spinning around. I've never seen that before, but I know somebody's getting ready to pay him.
Yep. Cordell Flott, Mr. Needs to Eat a Sandwich.
Oh, look, you know I have always had a fondness for Cordell Flott, no matter how many sandwiches he needs to eat.
Mm-hmm. Eric Stokes, former Georgia cornerback who just, I mean,
if
he hasn't had a good career, but
if you could put Cordell Flott's soul into Eric Stokes' body, that would be Darrell Revis.
It'd be a great corner, yeah.
The problem
absolutely.
is that you can't do that. No matter how, and I've even thought, can we get them to run into each other at full speed and just see if some of that transfers?
Kobe Durant is another one that's, I mean, he's not a bad player.
It would scare me if the Rams looked at him and went, we're good. I mean, a team that just absolutely puts nothing into corners except for when they can buy them off of the Kansas City Chiefs for draft capital. By the way, did you see that stat about the Rams' personal first-round pick since 2016?
Yes, they've only used one.
It was Jared Verse. You talk about a big dude in the locker room. They've used one first-round pick of their own in 10 years, and it was on me. How good do I have to be?
They're obviously there are tiers to the cornerback game in free agency, but where do you think they land?
Rick Woolen has always made sense to the Jets for me because of how now, especially now that Aaron Glenn's the play caller. That's his superpower. I don't know if you heard that he said that. That's my superpower. Well, you weren't real good at it with the Lions, and your defense last year was an assault on my eyeballs. So there's that.
Thanks, Nick Caserio.
If
it's
Nick
like they just make stuff up. Like, you know what? If I go out here and tell everybody I'm good, then I'm good. It's Jason Light talking about Todd Bowles. Like, oh, Todd Bowles is fine. He's got him. No, everybody sees it except for you.
It's free to say ish.
Yeah.
It's free. 100%. You can say stuff for $0. Rick Woolen's always made sense to the Jets for me. I'm looking at the teams that have cap space. I think the Raiders could attack this position. I think the Titans could attack this position. The Titans, to me, are so interesting because they have so much money. I mean, you got three teams that basically have the lion's share of cap space. The Chargers have almost $100 million. Khalil Mack will take a bit of that. If they bring back Zion Johnson, which I don't think they're going to, he would take a little bit of that. But, I mean, they're still going to be able to spend freely. The Titans are going to be able to spend freely. So are the Jets. So are the Raiders. If you had to bet on a player to get overpaid right now, who would it be? I've already said I think Jalen Phillips is there.
You mean among all free agents?
Take it however you want to.
I was going to say that.
Is there one that just jumps out to you where you got that dude is going to get a deal? That's Dan Moore, 2026.
That was Alec Pierce. I keep going back to Alec Pierce.
Very high on that list.
I mean, that's glaring. That's Matt Flynn money. To me, it's that dumb. I just don't see him as that guy. He's barely a $20 million receiver to me.
I don't think he's a $20 million receiver.
That's what I'm saying, but you're talking about paying him $30. I mean, why? Why would you do it? Why would you overpay by that much?
Spend it if you got it.
I guess. But
this is a year I don't want to be a winner of free agency.
See, this is where it kills me, though, because that kills the market. Or it spikes the market. Because now if Antonio, or I keep calling him Antonio, if Alec Pierce is making $30 million, then Justin Jefferson deserves $80.
I'd love to say you were wrong. You're not.
No, because if you lift the salary floor to this good, not great receiver is now making top 4 money or whatever.
You know what? It's funny that we got down this rabbit hole. I'll tell you something that I got told while we were at the Combine. Do you think the cap floor is going to stop raising at this percentage? No. I mean, it's going to be 7 years from now. It's going to be over $500 million.
Probably.
There's just no stopping it. This is a supernova. So we have to stop looking at the numbers as every year the market's resetting. I mean, do you realize how much the cap has gone up over the last handful of years? It's staggering. And we were talking about 100. I remember 152.5. I could not tell you what year that was.
And now we're at 250 something?
We're at 301.
Oh, 301.
We're at 301. That's insane. It's been 152 since we've been doing this show. Mm-hmm. I mean, so that's in the last 8 years.
That makes it even worse when you put it into that perspective. How many guys on a football team?
53.
53 men. And you're telling me Alec Pierce is worth 10% of your money?
Oh, I was so close.
I'm out.
152.2 was 2016.
Okay.
So it's doubled. It has doubled in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It was 208.2 4 years ago. It's gone up $100 million in 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I had several people that I talked to around the NFL go, you got to stop looking at this in the, $20 million is so much money. It's really not now. $20 million is a 15th of your salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
And quarterbacks, even the exorbitant contracts, are only a sixth of what were your total salary cap. So all these other positions, now they're getting theirs. Because everybody's looking at the quarterback going, we're not going to be the one that's going to set that number that's astronomical. That's the pushback from the Texans. Because they know they're looking at C.J. Stroud going, if we sign him, he's going to be the highest paid quarterback in the league, and he doesn't deserve to be. So that's where all that pushback was coming from that we were talking about while we were up there, of teams talking about, well, C.J. Stroud could be on the move. Houston could look to replace him because they don't want to be the one that sets the market. And they see these arguments coming. Caleb Williams, they see that argument coming. Drake and Jaden, I don't quite think we're to that point yet. But next offseason we will be.
Sure we will.
Where we're 1 year away from resetting the market with these guys.
I was going to say, you're
already
already counting those chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Already counting those chickens.
And trust me, those guys' agents are looking at the cap going, if we settle for 60 now, 60 is going to look like a bargain by the end of this.
Yep. You are in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Back right after this.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio from the pursuit of gold.
Jack Hughes wins it! The golden goal for the United States!
To the bracket busting in March.
I thought it was spectacular.
From the first pitch in spring training.
Ohtani tees off!
To the dreams of the NFL Draft.
With the first pick.
You're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local station. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
Some kids never smile. They're embarrassed by their crooked teeth. They want braces like the other kids, but their families can't afford them. Some may even try to straighten their teeth themselves. That can make everything worse. Luckily, there's Donated Orthodontic Services, a program from the American Association of Orthodontists. It helps provide orthodontic treatment to kids and teens whose families can't afford it. For kids who apply, are approved, and are matched with a volunteer orthodontist, it can be life-changing. Their treatment is in the hands of an expert, a licensed local orthodontic specialist who improves their smiles by correctly aligning teeth and jaws. Some kids think they'll never smile again, but Donated Orthodontic Services may help them smile with confidence. To link to the application and eligibility requirements, visit aaoinfo.org.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets. Just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
The road to college basketball playoffs runs straight through Asheville. Join the excitement at the 2026 Ingles Southern Conference Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. March 5th through 9th at Harrah's Cherokee Center, Asheville. Bring the whole family for the Downtown Dribble, where kids can bounce their way through the heart of Asheville. Getting there is easier than ever with the free Ingles trolley rides from designated parking areas to and from the arena all tournament long. For tickets, brackets, and event details, visit SoConHoops.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Have you gathered your thoughts? Have you gathered yourself? Are you ready to discuss it?
What are we discussing? Gathering the rosebuds while you may.
He's past us, and he's on to that far shore. The great Lou Holtz.
Oh, I just want to kick Keith Olbermann's ass. That's the.
Oh no!
What? He did.
Don't
that.
You?
He did that thing.
What did he do?
Oh, I don't remember what he said. I just saw it and I went, if I ever see you, I'm not going to be able to resist the urge to punch you directly in the face.
Goodness, I can't wait to see what.
I think he called him a scumbag or something like that. I was like, I don't think
that makes sense.
There are a handful of people in this world that if I ever encounter them face to face, I'm not going to be able to resist the urge to just go, this is going to hurt you.
I mean, he is a trash human being.
Oh, awful. It's as bad as they get.
What a.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Called him a legendary scumbag the day he died.
Awful.
That is.
Hey,
is a whole nother level.
Hey, Keith, maybe that's why you have to employ yourself. Although we employ ourselves too.
That is a good point. Wow. Well, Keith Olbermann aside, I think the rest of us are feeling it today for old Uncle Lou. I used to hate Lou Holtz. I never liked him growing up. My first job in radio was in Charleston, South Carolina, working for a Clemson Tigers station. He was the head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks. And look, I made a whole lot of sport of Lou Holtz back in the day. We used to make all kinds of jokes about him, being a Keebler elf and living in a tree and making wooden shoes and stuff like that. But then.
Well, I mean, you got to remember.
But then ESPN came along.
We had two iterations because he did the ESPN thing in between Notre Dame and South Carolina.
Right.
Then he did South Carolina, and he did it for years.
Mm-hmm.
And Lou was just he was just a different guy.
Yeah.
He was this little tiny guy that had, the lisp. But if you listen to what he said, there was so much smart that came out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just a fun guy. And it's very sad. He was 89 years old?
Yes. Yeah. 89 years old, and it's a sad day. It's a sad day. Pouring one out for Lou tonight, for sure. Free agency list in the NFL. Who's next? Who do we need to match up here? What is the next burning group you want to talk about?
Well,
by the way, I think it's just to wrap up the conversation on the corners and stuff. For some reason, I got a feeling that the team that's going to overpay Jalen Watson is going to be us.
Really?
I think for some reason, it's really stuck in my mind the fact that they didn't have contact with any of the corners at the draft, or at least at the point that we were discussing that. And I'm wondering if they don't have something up their sleeves. Because the one thing that my Bucks insider did tell me is that the one thing you can bank on, Jamel Dean will not be back on this team.
So, I guess my question would be, if you're so locked into that, why would you not think it would be Zion McCollum, who you just paid, Benjamin Morrison, who you just drafted, and Jacob Parrish, who was probably the best corner on the team? That's your three. So who goes where?
Are you turning over starting spots to all of those guys?
You took Benjamin Morrison in the second round. Jacob Parrish is already a starter. Jacob Parrish is one of the best slot guys in the league at times last year.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
To me, that's your three. If they signed a corner, it would shock me. I heard what you heard very differently.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that as Morrison's medical's coming back clean.
That we're good.
And they think they're good.
Ugh. Terrible.
Now, I don't know what you have back behind that.
That's it.
No, you've still got Kendall Vildor.
That's it.
I saw where that was headed. I should have known where that was headed before I even said it.
I watched a lot more Buccaneer football than you did last year. Whatever you thought Kendall Vildor was, he's much worse than that.
He's just 5. So, I don't think you're going to invest too much into that. I think the teams that the Jets will have I mean, because they're the team with money that I'm looking at going, there's no doubt. I wouldn't be shocked if the Chargers did it.
For Watson?
It could be Watson. Could be there's not a connection to any of the others that make them make way more sense than the others. That's always when it gets hard. I mean, because what you'll find is 75% of these guys go to what they know. Whether it's a coach they once played for, a GM they once played for, a director of college scouting that knew them, whatever the case may be. These guys return to what they know. Yep. And the corners, it's really kind of hard to find that. I mean, even if you go down to secondary coaches or cornerbacks coaches, it is hard to find overlap with a bunch of these guys. So, I don't know. The cornerback market will be very intriguing. The one I'm stuck on is the quarterback market.
Ugh.
If you had to play, let's make a deal with which quarterbacks go where. I mean, and look, there's not a lot of options. Mm-hmm. I'll just go down the line. You tell me who you think the quarterback for that team is in 2026.
Okay.
Minnesota Vikings.
I would probably say Geno.
Geno's the only name I got. I had so many people say that to me so many times, and they were the
only.
only.
Or would they bring Kirk back?
Kirk doesn't really make sense because you don't really have a ton of overlap, and it didn't end well enough. I think Kirk will get a job. I just don't think it's a starting job. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody's looking at it. Right now, I would say a team will take a shot on Tua Tagovailoa before they'll take a shot on Kirk Cousins because he's so old. I mean, Kirk Cousins was slow as dirt when he was 25. What do you think he is at 38?
Right.
So I agree with you on Minnesota with Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Atlanta Falcons.
Ooh. I don't know. Who you got?
Maybe I'm taking too much to heart with what Stefanski said and what Ian Cunningham said. I feel like they believe the starter is Penix.
Okay.
I do think they're going to bring in a vet not to challenge him, but that could start the season if they needed him to. That's where Kirk makes the most sense. Because, see, he has the tie to Stefanski more than he has the tie to O'Connell. Because Stefanski was the OC in Minnesota.
Right.
And they cut him because the cap number was stupid. I think Kirk's going to go out there thinking there's a starting job for him, and every name that you can think of is prioritized over him. And then he comes rushing back, and Stefanski goes, we can make this work. Because, I mean, I've heard Kyler Murray in Atlanta. That doesn't make a lick of sense. Atlanta will run you out of town if you put Kyler Murray on the bench for Michael Penix. Mm-hmm. And everything they said to me was, Penix is our guy. We think he can be a 4,000-yard passer. We think he can lead us to the playoffs. And that makes me think that was part of how Stefanski got this job, is he said he can be my guy.
Right.
I could get it out of him.
Poof. I was so hoping they'd be ready to pull the ripcord on that.
I don't think Penix has been bad.
He hasn't been good, has he? I mean, he's been okay, but
did you really believe that offensive system? That Zach Robinson? I'm dumbfounded that that's who y'all turn to.
Mm-hmm.
When you needed an offensive coordinator, I am dumbfounded with the names that you interviewed that somehow you came out of that with Zach Robinson.
It's the same, I mean, similar system.
Don't care. Not a similar coach. Because I'll be honest with you, there were times I watched Atlanta and went, did you take a blow to the head at some point? You're on the 4-yard line and the best player on your team's not even on the field. That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you want to hand it to Algier? Fine. Put them both back there. But you got to play to the personnel, and Zach Robinson does not do that.
Which means he'll be perfect in Tampa Bay.
Sure. Rashad White on the 3-yard line. Let's go.
Not him.
Oh, Sean Tucker.
Sean Tucker.
Oh, yeah, Rashad White's free agent.
Or, wait, give me the 6th-round running back that we'll draft. We'll throw him out there in the most important position.
I don't think you'll do that this year. I could be surprised. I've been surprised before. Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh. I mean, they're going Jacoby, right?
I don't think so. I think that's Malik Willis. I'm coming around to – because I keep seeing the same 3 teams, and 2 of them I can tell you definitively they're not interested.
Mm-hmm.
The New York Jets are not interested in Malik Willis. They've already done this. I'm not committing when I have 3 first-round picks next year because I can't look at you and go, yeah, I'll give you $30 million, and I might cut you at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it. Darren Muji looked me in my face no less than 6 times and said, we are preaching patience. We have more draft capital than any team has ever had in NFL history in the first 2 rounds of the next 2 drafts. We are rebuilding this roster. Malik Willis doesn't steer into that. Malik Willis doesn't steer into Cleveland. It doesn't make any sense. You brought in a coach because he liked the quarterback that you took last year. Why would you sign someone else?
Mm-hmm.
So now, do I think he's getting $30 million? No. That's the part I've bucked back at the entire time. But I could see him getting 20 on a 2-year deal, 20 a year with the Cardinals, to throw to MHJ and to throw to Wilson and McBride. They like what they've got in that backfield.
But that's pretty much what you have in Jacoby, isn't it?
Jacoby, first of all, you're getting a scheme change. So the Jacoby Brissett that you saw a year ago, you got to look at what he's been for the 10 years he's been in the league, not what he was last year.
Which is still light years better than anything Malik Willis.
I also tell you one that I heard, and it makes a lot of sense. I think Jacoby Brissett's going to be the backup to Jared Goff.
Okay. Is he a free agent? I thought he was still under contract.
He's still under contract, but I'm not sure. The Cardinals fans will tell us.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think he's still under contract.
I believe he's still got a year at least.
I don't see any way they just lather up with him.
Okay.
And I also cannot find any other spot that Malik Willis makes sense for, because Miami really felt like they were trying to distance themselves from that.
For Red C's sake, please don't. Red Feather Workshop.
Is there any chance we're wrong about that? Look, I've been a Malik Willis detractor since the first time I saw him at Liberty. That kid's super athletic. He played a low level of competition. He does not read the field well.
I don't know. I mean, are you wrong about Jordan Love? And how wrong were you about Jordan Love?
I don't think you can even put those two in the same sentence.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's another quarterback that we didn't have a lot of high hopes for, and sure, we were wrong to a degree, but still not the championship quarterback that people try to sell you that he is. Malik Willis, to overachieve in my book, has to start a full season and be, I don't know, the 20th best quarterback in the league. That would make him overachieve. Is that $30 million to you? Are you paying $30 million a year? Do you want to pay $30 million a year to the 20th at best quarterback in the league?
See, that's my problem. Where is that market coming from? Everybody kept telling us Malik Willis is getting $30 million, and I kicked back at every time that was said to me.
Mm-hmm.
Where is for a quarterback to get that much money, there has to be multiple suitors. Find me 2.
Mm-hmm.
Miami doesn't have $30 million. So even if Jeff Hafley thinks that Malik Willis is the second coming of Troy Aikman, it doesn't matter. They can't pay him. Short of gutting that roster. Arizona's the only spot that makes a lick of sense. Miami Dolphins.
Oh, who's their quarterback next year? I don't know.
Because there's really not one that makes sense down there. I think it's Quinn Ewers. And they draft one. And they just compete them against each other.
Just tanking for who?
I've long said I think Miami is that one team that I look at and go, could they trade back into the first round with those picks as devalued as they are? Could they trade back in for a Nussmeier or a Simpson going, we're so far away that we can't even really justify taking a quarterback at the top of next year's class, because that roster is awful. That Miami Dolphin roster is terrible.
Which there's too much of a risk that you have the number 1 pick next year. At least this is how I would be thinking. There's too much risk that I got the number 1 pick next year, and I don't know that. I don't know that I can really sell it.
So are you just tapping on the year? I'm going to find a Tyrod Taylor or somebody like that to back up.
100%. That's the only real path here. If you're not interested in starting the clock on a quarterback now, why would you be?
I guess my question is, if you were going to do that, why would you do that to Jeff Hafley? You bring him in here for this to be the worst team in the NFL, because here's the thing: their fan base doesn't think that. Go read the comments off Miami mock drafts. Sure. They think they're so close.
Sure they do.
They're not.
No.
They are awful. I could not count you 3 rosters in the NFL that are worse than what the Miami Dolphins are going to try out in 2026.
But they won 6 games out of the last 7.
Who cares?
Whatever.
Who cares? Who cares? They could not wait to get rid of Tua Tagovailoa, and there was a reason.
Yeah.
New York Jets.
That's Kyler.
I think it is. I'm almost to the set that in stone because I don't see any way that the Frank Reich element of that is not enough for his agent to go. I get it. You were a Viking fan as a kid. You don't want to go into that circus because it's going to be a circus, and you're not going to be their guy. You will never be their guy as long as J.J. McCarthy's on that roster.
Okay. Aaron's coming back to Pittsburgh.
I don't know. If I'm Pittsburgh, I'm starting to get the angina because he's doing that thing again where it's just, well, I'm having fun right now, and they didn't put a time frame on me. Well, I mean, there has to be a time frame on it.
Right. Time frame's Thursday. I need at least an inclination.
I don't need you to say it out loud. I do need you to tell me something that makes me think you're coming back.
Right.
Because here's the thing. If he doesn't come back and they sit out the wave of free agency where you get the Genos, the Tuas, the Kirks, the Kylers, and they're not in on that, I mean, you're talking about now you've forced my hand. I'm going to have to draft one, whether I like him or not.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's Kenny Pickett 2.0. And I'll have to take Ty Simpson or I'll have to take Garrett Nussmeier.
That's probably part of the plan anyway. Right? You're probably – you bring Aaron Rodgers back for a year. Maybe you don't take the leap and go, number 21 with Ty Simpson, but maybe in the second round we get a Nussmeier? Or
see, to me, the benefit of being Pittsburgh with Favre for another year is that I don't have to jump back in that because I got Mason Rudolph to back him up, and then I can be in the quarterback bonanza of next year.
Yeah. I guess that is an option. But you're one good ayahuasca trip away from going, yeah, Marcus Mariota. I don't think you can feel good about that. You are in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Jeremy was really excited about his crime story.
Yes, it's quite good.
Stay tuned. We'll give you the most important message of the day next.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
All right, I failed earlier to get too much into records. The record this afternoon is actually 78 degrees. 1955, 77, the forecast high. Depends on how much sunshine we get. I think we'll see a little bit more, but still some clouds. Tonight, 52. Tomorrow, maybe a shower, thunder shower in the afternoon. Still warm, 78. And over the weekend, we're in the mid-upper 70s with a better chance of some showers and thunder by Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stager.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal that actually feels like a win. With Straight Talk Wireless, you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises, all on Verizon's 5G network. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices, exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-402-4747. 800-402-4747. Again, that's 800-402-4747.
Every year, International Women's Day falls on March 8th, and iHeartRadio is proud to celebrate the women who shape music, drive change, and influence culture. Find playlists, podcasts, and of course, Women's History Month radio. Open the free iHeart app, search Women's History Month, and listen now.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time. The moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville, and it is time for the most important message of the day.
Don't do crimes!
Don't do crimes! It is time to talk about crimes. Okay, so here again, this is one of those situations where it doesn't say crimes happened, but I have to infer that crimes happened. Because one of the gubernatorial candidates, that means he's running for governor, for those who are not politically savvy.
I've also been a gubernatorial candidate a few times.
Florida gubernatorial candidate James Fishback came up with this great idea to meet voters. He would go around the state of Florida, and he would go into Waffle Houses and have a sit-down with everybody in the Waffle House. We're having a hot coffee and warm waffles, and we're just chatting it up.
I want Mark Starling to undertake this. I think this is a great campaign for Mark.
So James said in January, I announced on the Tucker Carlson show that I would visit every Waffle House in Florida to meet voters where they are. I was grateful that Waffle House Corporate gave us permission to do exactly that. And then he had to go back and make an announcement that this morning the Waffle House abruptly revoked our permission and criminally trespassed us from all of their Florida locations. I'm disappointed in Waffle House's decision, especially since they had given us explicit permission to visit their restaurants just 3 weeks ago. So what was the crime? Because I know for a fact you can do crimes in a Waffle House and get away with it.
It's actually one of the few places you can do crimes and get away with it.
Exactly.
They encourage it.
I mean, Waffle House is just one of the few places that is seedier late at night than Magic City.
Oh, no, Magic City's not seedy. It's an artistic haven.
Yes, sure, Draymond. I believe every word of it.
It's a cultural...
So I feel like crimes had to have happened for Waffle House to go, I know we said you could come in here, but you can't be doing whatever that is in here. And then I saw this story. Do you know you know what a sin tax is? Not like, speaking in proper grammar or whatever.
Sure. A
sin tax is one of those things that, like, we're going to up the taxes on booze or cigarettes or whatever, right? It was one of these things that we're going to raise the taxes on tobacco to pay for children's education, right? We went through that in the state of North Carolina several years ago. James Fishback, one of his tent poles, we'll say, of his campaign is to have a sin tax on OnlyFans creators to take 50% of their earnings. Which then led me to go, oh, I get it. Many of the OnlyFans people come from Waffle House, so they banned you just right out.
I don't know where the joke is here, but I know there's a joke with hard times, Daddy. You do not take my money away. The thought of a plumber. Anyway, my story is about Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a Florida cop.
Okay.
His name is Christian Madsen.
Mm-hmm.
He was really burning the midnight oil as a cop.
Mm-hmm.
Put in over 200 hours of overtime. Paid $14,000 for those overtime hours.
That's a lot.
Hard times, Daddy.
That's a whole lot of overtime.
It's really going to make sense why I said that when I get to the culmination of the story. He was put on suspension February 12th, 2 days before Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
His boss, girlfriend, Patrol Support Division Chief Jamie Eason resigned on February 14th.
We're building to the climax here, aren't we?
Well, if she was lucky. Because the overtime that he was putting in was all spent at her house.
Uh-huh.
She was not the one that signed off on the overtime. That was something she really wanted you to know.
Well, at least there's that.
I did not sign off on him declaring overtime. But the way they discovered this is there was a Ring doorbell camera across the street that really got curious as to why is there a patrol car in her driveway every night between 10 and 2. Every night. And weird, he was filing for overtime between 10 and 2 every single night.
Because he was putting in that work.
We were studying the patrol book together. I had a test coming up, and I really wanted to be sure that I was as studious as possible. No, why? I mean, trust me, I see the picture of her. I understand why. I get the why.
Just needed further investigation.
She is not an unattractive lady. So I understand. I just don't know that it was worth your career.
No, I'm going to say no.
Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to be paid by the taxpayers?
I don't know.
Start at OnlyFans.
There you go. There you go. That's Florida for you, gang. Okay.
Canoodling is legal. Overtime is legal. Canoodling during your overtime, illegal.
Yes.
Fraud.
Yes.
Fraud.
Tomorrow, we will be live on the scene, taking the show to the Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville, for the Ingles Southern Conference Basketball Championships. It all got underway today. Tomorrow is the first session of the men's tournament, tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock. We also have all of the coverage for you here on ESPN Asheville and WWNC, our iHeartRadio Asheville network of stations. We'll take care of all of the SoCon action for you throughout the weekend. But, I mean, look, it's quite the family value if you want to go down and check out some games, and it may be the best tournament that we've had in Asheville in a long time. We got a wide open field. You heard Tim Kraft, the head coach of the Western Carolina Catamounts, on this here program yesterday, talking about how there are a slew of teams that could win this thing, and Western Carolina is one of them. It's the only team in the league that beat East Tennessee State both times they played them this year. Playing the matchups, you never know how things could go. They are in the primetime slate on Saturday night, and you know what? I think it's a good opportunity for us to give away some tickets. If you want to go to the Ingles Southern Conference Basketball Tournament this weekend, just give us a call at the line here, 225-4988, 225-4988. I've got tickets if you want them. Ingles SoCon Basketball Championships, as I said, coverage all weekend long here on iHeartRadio Asheville, and we will be there live tomorrow from noon until 3. Jeremy, any closing thoughts for the folks today?
Oh, it's about to get wild. We're live at the Harris Cherokee Event Center, Asheville, tomorrow. So we'll be talking with some old friends we'll have on the show, I'm sure. Come down to Asheville, watch some good basketball. Then over the weekend, watch some free agency videos on the YouTube. Mock drafts start next week. We did change the schedule just a hair because doing 2 mock drafts in 2 weeks did feel like working harder, not smarter. So once free agency has had its first couple-day build-up, we've kind of figured out where the big guys are going. That's when we'll do the 7-round mock drafts for each team. And then it's just full-on 100% draft miss. We can announce the mullet. Dane Brugler has the beast. I have the mullet. And you know why we call it the mullet?
Why?
Because it's business in the front, party in the back. Because we're going up to 500 prospects this year. So if you get to the back of the book, you're getting to some deep divey long snappers. There's a couple kickers, got a couple punters. We're deeper this year. That does go on sale March the 30th. It's the first time we have put this out. Business manager Megan has been abusing me, really, to make sure that this is done in a timely fashion. And we appreciate that because I have ADHD and I get distracted.
It's not called abuse. It's called keeping you on task.
I mean, the stick beating me with that does feel.
You're a big boy.
She's wearing headphones. She can't hear us.
It is all gas, no brakes going into the Draftmas season, culminating with our big trip at the end of April to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for the 2026 NFL Draft. Keep it locked here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. See y'all tomorrow from downtown.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
All right, I failed earlier to get too much into records. The record this afternoon is actually 78 degrees. 1955, 77, the forecast high. Depends on how much sunshine we get. I think we'll see a little bit more, but still some clouds. Tonight, 52. Tomorrow, maybe a shower, thunder shower in the afternoon. Still warm, 78. And over the weekend, we're in the mid-upper 70s with a better chance of some showers and thunder by Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stager.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
Step to the left, now move to the right. In the SoCon zone, we're ready for the fight. Got the crowd hype, the energy soaring, jumping up and down, the bass is roaring. Basketball dreams on the hardwood flow. Dribble pass, shoot, let the good times grow. SoCon shuffle, let me see you move. Bounce to the beat, in the groove of proof. Dance it out, feel the rhythm in your soul. SoCon basketball, let's hit that goal.
The Ingles SoCon Mascot Challenge. Vote for your favorite at InglesChallenge.com.
Catch the 2026 Ingles Southern Conference Men's and Women's Basketball Championships March 5th through the 9th at Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville. Enjoy 5 days of nonstop hoops, family fun, and Asheville's incredible food, music, and energy. And don't forget to cast your vote in the Ingles Mascot Challenge. Pick your favorite SoCon mascot and help crown this year's mascot champion at InglesChallenge.com. The 2026 Ingles Southern Conference Championships brought to you by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
And sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves